Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared204 here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and doing a redesign for the Landkreuzer P.1000 Rat. The P.1000 was a possible fanciful design for a landship for use by Nazi Germany during World War II that may have been proposed by corrupt director Edward Groth in June of 1942. The vehicle submissions and designs went under the names of OKH Offrag NR30404 and E-30404/1, which were presented in December 1942. The tank was planned to be 1,000 tons, being far heavier than the Panzer VIII Moss, the heaviest tank built, weighing over 188 tons. The project gained the approval of Adolf Hitler, who had expressed interest in the development of the tank but was cancelled by the Minister of Armaments, Albert Speer, in early 1943. The Landkreuzer P.1000 Rat was a basically mobile fortress. It was a huge tank consisting of various anti-aircraft guns and anti-tank guns, as well as just huge main batteries to give it a crazy amount of firepower. There were a bunch of different versions, and since this vehicle didn't really go into effect, there is kind of a lot of conflict in design and what it would actually have looked like if it did go into production and was actually used during the war. The kind of common design I see is basically three quad Flak 38 gun mounts and two mouse turrets on the back. So obviously there's a lot of different designs for the Rat and all this stuff, but this is personally my favorite configuration that I've seen online, so that's what we're going to go ahead and obviously go with in this tutorial. But yeah, overall, really awesome looking build. Nice to come back and kind of finally redesign it after having it sit around on, or basically the older video that was done back on Xbox. So fun to come back, revisit it, and looking forward to building up this monstrosity of a build. But yeah, so pretty awesome. One key feature about it is that it actually took a battleship turret and used it for the main armament. So you can just imagine here just how massive this thing actually is, and it's just absolutely crazy. Just a very crazy harebrained idea, very similar to weapons like the Scuver Gustav and stuff like that, where just there was so much resources put into such a big piece of equipment that realistically wouldn't have been able to change much for the war effort. So again, Hitler going crazy with his major builds and all that stuff that he wanted to do. But yeah, anyways, going ahead and taking a look at the vehicle, we have obviously a lot to look at, so let's go ahead and pop into it. So starting off with, we have obviously the front of the tank here. So right here you have obviously the driver's compartment here, the crew where they would operate the tank, and all that stuff located here. Front headlights, of course. We have a smaller caliber gun. I believe this is about a 128mm gun, if I remember correctly. Pretty large size gun, but this is a kind of hole locked gun in the front, armor up here. Of course, the German cross symbol there. And on the sides, we got the railings that go all the way around it. The battleship turret, basically look like it's stripped right off a battleship. You got the rangefinders on the sides here, and some walkways to get up to the top here, where there's a Flak 38 turret mounted on top of the turret itself. So pretty cool there. Lots of good little designs and stuff all the way around it. As we go ahead and continue on, we have obviously the road wheels, the tracks, and all that stuff, and the panels that would basically lay over the tracks, and trying to show some little bit of effects here, having the panels kind of opened up in one place here, and kind of hanging out to the side on other places, just kind of show a little bit of extra detail, a little bit of extra stuff going on there. As we come to the back section here, we have basically all the vents here, all this stuff for the engine area, and a couple more Flak 38 mounts. And then we also have our mouse turrets here on the back here. And there also is a little staircase that leads down that could lead into the vehicle itself. So if you want to include an interior, make this a base or something like that in your worlds or whatever, then obviously you'll be able to easily do that. And on the back here, just again, more detailing. Nothing real crazy here on the back, but looks pretty cool nonetheless. Anyways, that's pretty much the overview for the P1000 Rat. Obviously a pretty crazy looking build. It's going to be a longer tutorial, obviously, with it being so big. But yeah, definitely gonna be awesome. Let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial by beginning with our first layers 0 through 1. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our first set of layers, we're going to be going ahead and working on layers 0 through 1. Now this is right here is going to give us just a basis for the tracks and all that stuff. And it's going to involve basically a lot of just, you know, copying InDesign and taking it down. As you can see, we have a ton of road wheels located here on the tank itself, so we're going to need to make sure that we have all of those built. For us to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to be going ahead and building our tracks. Now you can see I already have the left side of the tracks built, so we're going to be focusing on the right side, and in between layers you're just going to copy what you did over here to the left side, or sorry, the right side over to the left side, and it's pretty straightforward from there. Anyways, for us to go ahead and get started here, the first thing we need to do is we're going to be starting off with having the front of the tank facing this direction that way. So we're going to have the tank facing that way, so make sure you have the proper space cleared out for it. Since it is quite a large tank, for sure you're going to need plenty of space. To begin with, we're going to go ahead and take our nether brick slabs, and we're going to be placing down a row of, I believe, 7. 7 nether brick slabs across, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 nether brick slabs across like that. After that's done, we're going to take our nether brick stairs, we're going to place down a row of 7 of nether brick upside down stairs, coming off those 7 nether brick slabs, and then coming off the 7 nether brick stairs, we're going to place down a row of 7 of nether brick top slabs. With that all complete, that'll be the front there for the tracks, and we're going to go ahead and start working our way back. Now from this point here, we're going to need to go ahead and grab ourselves some nether brick full blocks if you haven't already, and we're going to be placing down a row of 7 of nether brick blocks here in the ground to represent the tracks. When that's done there, we're going to go ahead and place down a second row of 7. Now on top of this row of 7 here, we're going to start our first road wheel. This is very simple. We're just going to place down a row of 7 of sandstone upside down stairs with the backs facing toward the rear of the tank, which will be that direction there. Going all the way across here, like that on top of this second row of 7 of nether brick full blocks. We then want to place down a row of 7 of smooth sandstone blocks across. And like we did before, we're going to go and take our nether brick blocks, place down a row of 7 across here. And we then want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 sandstone upside down stairs across like that. Now basically from this point here, we're going to go ahead and repeat this process. We're going to have a row of 7 of nether brick full blocks on the ground, followed by a second row. On this second row here, we're going to go and place down a row of 7 of sandstone upside down stairs. All the way across here, like that. And then behind these stairs, a row of 7 of smooth sandstone blocks. A row of 7 of nether brick full blocks in the ground, and a row of 7 of sandstone upside down stairs. Now, for the sake of basically not repeating this entire pattern all the way down, I'm going to go ahead and allow you guys to repeat this pattern going all the way down until you have the correct amount of road wheels. Now, you already have 2 built, as you can see here, and I'm counting these by the space here to this point right here, and that's what I'm counting as 1 road wheel altogether. So we're going to start off, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So you need a total of 15 of these road wheels running all the way along here. As you can see, I already have 2 built, so you need to build 13 more along the side here to go ahead and have your road wheels all the way toward the back. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick, and I'll come back to you guys once I have those all built. Alright guys, so now as you can see, I have a total of 15 of these road wheels all the way back, again with an nether brick spacing in between them, and then we have this back wheel here that has basically just sand here and nothing left. It just ends right there at that point there. Now that's what we want to have, and that's what we should have basically for our tracks here running along the side. So you're probably going to have to build those out. If you avoided it, a little bit easier of a task, but you will need to build those all out before you guys can continue on. Anyways, from once you have all those road wheels built at 15, we're going to be going ahead and start off by placing down a row of 7 of nether brick slabs across the side here, coming off those sandstone stairs. We then want to take our nether brick stairs and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 nether brick stairs like this, and then we're going to place down a row of 7 of nether brick top slabs coming off the back of those stairs like so. With that all done, that's going to complete it there for your track design, and this is the right side track. That's all complete. You're going to want to go ahead and obviously build the left side track now. Now to easily basically build it, you just want to make sure that you build over to the left with a space of 11. So we're going to go and kind of start here at these nether brick slabs for the front. Easy place to start from, and we're going to count out a space of 11, and then we're going to start another row of 7 of nether brick slabs, row of 7 nether brick upside down stairs, nether brick top slabs, and basically do the whole thing we did for the wheels just over here to this side. And again, you can just double check our count to make sure it's good, and we have a space of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 blocks of space in between our wheels here, and you can see that they are aligned with each other and all that stuff. So just go ahead and take your time now. Go ahead and copy what we did over here on the right side over to the left side, and you'll have your baseline set up for the build and layers 0 through 1 complete. With that, let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer 2. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer, we have layer 2. Layer 2, we're going to be going ahead and starting to fill some stuff in, so we're going to have a lot more to do in this layer, but it's going to basically be basing off of what we did in the previous one. So for us to go ahead and get started here, we'd be going ahead and obviously start off with our tracks here. Like we did before, we'd be building the right side and then having the left side copied on later on. So anyways, for us to go ahead and get started, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 5 here of smooth sandstone blocks. They're going to be going ahead and going on top of the row of basically nether brick upside down stairs. So again, only a row of 5. To both sides, where they're going to go ahead and place down a sandstone slab just like that. After that's done, we're going to take our sandstone stairs and on both sides of the smooth sandstone blocks and slabs, we'll be placing down a row of 5. We're talking about a row 7 of sandstone upside down stairs going all the way across. Same thing over here as well, just like this all the way across. When that's all done, we're going to go ahead and then take our nether brick stairs, place down a row of 7 of nether brick stairs across, just like that. With that all done, we're going to go ahead and then move back to our next wheel back. Now, for this wheel here, we're going to be going ahead and getting it built and ready to go. So for this, very simply, we're going to start off by taking our smooth sandstone blocks. We're going to place down a row 7 of smooth sandstone blocks on this row 7 of sandstone upside down stairs. Same thing over here on this side as well. When we get to this point, the inside of the wheel, that's obviously closest to the inside here, we're going to place down a cobblestone wall, followed by 1 and 2 polished andesite blocks going back from it. Now over here to the inside, we're going to take our smooth sandstone blocks, go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 blocks to the side with a skeleton skull like that in the center of the road wheel like that. We also can go and take some stone buttons, and we can place down stone buttons here that would be on these smooth sandstone blocks, and that will be obviously done to both sides there to kind of spruce up the wheels a little bit. Now with that out of the way, we're going to be going ahead and taking this design here for this wheel and going ahead and copying it down to the remaining 14 wheels. So again, a lot of copying, but let's go ahead and knock that out, and I'll see you guys when we have that all done. Alright guys, with that all complete, we should have something that looks just like this. As you can see, you have your road wheels going all the way down here. One thing I forgot to mention is that you can take stone buttons and place them down on the sides here of these smooth sandstone blocks as well on the inside, as the inside blocks here are visible. But the only thing is with these smooth sandstone blocks here, they will be covered up by the basically bottom of the tank, so we really can't do anything there. But yeah, we can have this going here on both sides, and obviously the stone buttons here on the bottom of these smooth sandstone blocks as well. So let me go ahead and adjust that real quick, real simple. Boom, there we go. So we have our road wheels here running all the way back. We have a total of 15 and running back all the way back to this position back here. Now when we get back to this position, we obviously need to build this road wheel back here. So this one is a little bit different from the front, obviously. And to start off with, we're going to take our smooth sandstone blocks and place down a row 7 on top of the nether brick upside down stairs. From this point here, on both sides of this row 7, we're placing down a row 7 of sandstone upside down stairs. And same thing back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. With that done, we're going to go and then take our nether brick stairs, and we want to place down a row 7 nether brick upside down stairs coming off those 7 nether brick, or sorry, sandstone upside down stairs. With that all done, we're going to go ahead and go to the sides now, and we have to put these panels that are going to be going along the sides here like so, and they're pretty simple to do, pretty straightforward. Starting with the back one here, we're going to go ahead and go to this sandstone upside down stair here for the back wheel. We're going to place down a sandstone top slab, and we just want to go and go 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and you may have to delete these buttons, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we'll be going ahead and placing down 10 sandstone top slabs, so this is going to give you in total a row of 11 like so. And you will have to delete some of those stone buttons here on the wheels, but you know, it's not too major, not that big of a deal. Going to the front, we're going to do something very similar. I believe it's a tiny bit different in length, but around the same thing. So for this, we'll be going ahead and starting off with this nether brick upside down stair to place down a sandstone top slab, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and actually, yeah, 13 sandstone top slabs back. So this is going to give you in total a row of what should be 14 sandstone top slabs back here along the side there. And notice how they're only on the front and back, they're not all the way back, so just like that. Pretty simple there. Now with that all complete, we're going to be going ahead and now focusing our attention to the inside of the vehicle itself. Now for the inside here, this may be a good point for you to go ahead and take this design and flip it over to the other side. So if you do want to do that, you guys can do it now, make filling this inside in a little bit easier to do. And actually I would recommend that, actually taking this design here for the wheels and now copying it over to this side. And then once you're done, we can go and continue on to fill in this section in the middle here. So go ahead and flip those design over for the wheels real quick, and then I'll see you guys in a sec to go ahead and resume work on filling in the middle space in between the tracks. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into the middle space here. Basically what we want to do is we want to go ahead and go in between these polished andesite blocks here, and we're placing down a row of what is going to be 7 sandstone top slabs across. We then want to go ahead and go all the way to the rear section here, and we're going to go ahead and go in between the smooth sandstone blocks here for these road wheels, and we're going to have a row of 11 of sandstone top slabs that's going to go all the way across here. We then want to go ahead and go to the second sandstone top slab from the edge here and place down 2 sandstone top slabs going back, which will be little hooks here, or little loops here in the back that change could be attached to or something like that for the vehicle itself. Now from this point here, we're going to want to go ahead and basically fill in all the space here in the middle. Now to kind of line it up on the sides here, it's going to be really simple. You're just going to have sandstone top slabs going in between these polished andesite blocks like this, fill the space in, and you do not want to start filling in this space here with sandstone top slabs. You want it to look something like this, so have a lot of depth to it, and yeah, basically just like that, going all the way down. And from this point here, you're just going to basically take your sandstone top slabs and fill in the entire bottom of the vehicle. So basically from this point back here, this line of 11, all the way up to this line of 7 up here. You're going to fill this all in with sandstone top slabs. I'll be back in a sec to basically take a look and see how it came out. And just like that, we have it all filled in now, so the base of our tank is all set up and ready to go. Now from this point here, we do have one thing we're going to throw on, and this is something that goes on the right side of the tank and right side only. It's going to be up here in the front. We're going to be going ahead and going to the smooth sandstone block and placing down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 sandstone top slabs to the side here, which is basically meant for more shaping here for this front little compartment that sticks out a little bit further from the main body of the tank. So that's what we have going on up here in this section of the vehicle. But other than that, that's going to pretty much wrap everything up, and everything else is completely symmetrical for the build. That right there is going to do it for layer 2. Let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer number 3. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we'll be going ahead and focusing our attention to our road wheels here, and that's going to basically just be wrapping these up. So to start off with, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a row of 7 of smooth sandstone blocks down the center, so on top of the cobblestone wall and skeleton skull, and then we just want to place down a row of 7 of sandstone stairs to both sides of them. And same thing over here as well, just like this, going all the way across here. Now with that all complete, you have your top of your wheel design done here. You're going to go take this same design and copy it to the remaining 14 wheels. I'll see you guys in a second once we have that all complete. So with that, we have all of our wheels complete here, and you can also place down stone buttons on your middle wheels here going all the way along, as we will not have any paneling covering them up, so you can just place down stone buttons on the side there, again to kind of finish up that detailed look of the wheels. Now with that all done, it's time for us to go ahead and move into the front wheel up here. So for the front wheel, pretty straightforward. We're going to start off by going ahead and placing down a smooth sandstone block on top of this sandstone slab right here, and then you want to place down an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the side, so you have a row of 6. With that done, we're going to place down a cobblestone wall coming off this smooth sandstone block, and then we're going to follow it up by placing down a row of 2 of polished andesite going out to the middle. With that done, we're going to place down a stone brick upside down stair coming off the second polished andesite block, which should connect up, or which will basically look something like this for the time being. With that all done, we're going to go and then take our smooth sandstone blocks and place down another row of 6 on both sides of this row of 6 of smooth sandstone blocks already. So just like this to both sides. And then in this middle, or right here to the sides, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a iron trapdoor like this opened up to both sides. For the tracks themselves, we're going to be placing down a row of 7 of nether brick slabs on top of the nether brick upside down stairs here, and then coming off those nether brick slabs, we're placing down a row of 7 of nether brick upside down stairs all the way across here, like so. With that all finished there, that is going to wrap up our front wheel, and we can go ahead and now move toward the sides here. So coming off the side of this nether brick stair, we're going to be placing down a sandstone upside down stair, and then going back from it, we want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 smooth sandstone blocks back, followed by a sandstone top side like that to go and finish it off. And this right here is going to be part of our panels that cover up the front road wheels like this. When that's done, we're going to go ahead and start off by going to the front again. The first smooth sandstone block, we're going to place down a stone button, followed by a wither skeleton skull, stone button. We're going to skip a space, place down a stone button, skip a space, stone button, skip a space, stone button, skip a space, stone button, wither skeleton skull, and stone button. So you have this alternating pattern here along the side, which looks something just like that. With that done, we're going to go and move toward our back and get our back wheel set up. So for this, we're going to go and take our smooth sandstone blocks. We're going to place down a row of 7 smooth sandstone blocks on top of those upside down smooth sandstone stairs. We then want to go and place down a second row of 7 across the middle here, and then a third row of 7 after that. When that's all done there, we're going to go ahead and then go to our tracks here. For our tracks, very simply, we're going to place down a row of 7 of nether brick full blocks here across the back. With that done, we're going to go and then go to the sides here, place down a sandstone upside down stair, come off this nether brick block to the side here, and then going forward, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 smooth sandstone blocks, and then a sandstone top side like that. After that's done, we're going to place down a stone button here on this smooth sandstone block, followed by wither skeleton skull, stone button, skip a space, stone button, skip a space, stone button, skip a space, stone button, wither skeleton skull, and then a stone button like that. So just like we did in the front there, and it looks something just like that. So after we have this all complete here, we're going to be going ahead and now focusing our attention to go ahead and kind of work on the inside sections. Now we're going to start off by going ahead and going to the front here. Now very simply, for starting off, we're going to be going ahead and focusing on the left, or basically the right side, and moving our way over to the left. Now at this point right here, if you really want to, you can also, actually I would recommend it, taking these wheel designs, copying it over to our left side here so we have the wheels complete, and we know what we're kind of working with here when it comes down to putting the inside in. So go ahead, copy the wheel design over to the left side here, and we'll go ahead and now focus our attention to the inside once we have that complete. Alright guys, so focusing in our attention to the inside here. So for the inside section, we're going to be going ahead and starting off on our right side here. We're going to go and take some smooth sandstone blocks, and going from this sandstone stair from this first road wheel here, we're going to place down a row of 5 of smooth sandstone blocks forward, or to the middle. When that's done, we're going to take our sandstone stairs, place down a row of 5 of upside down stairs coming off those 5 sandstone full blocks, and then we want to go ahead and go to the side here, place down a sandstone upside down corner stair, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 sandstone stairs to the side there like that. So you should have something that looks like this on the front here. This right here, this kind of axle here should connect up to the sandstone upside down stair there, and you should have something that looks like this here across the front. Now from this point here, we're going to be going ahead and taking our smooth sandstone blocks and going back from the smooth sandstone block here, and also this sandstone stair. We're going to be placing down a long row of sandstone blocks back, so I'm just going to get a count here so I don't lose my voice trying to count all the blocks back. But we're going to have a total of 60 blocks back, so we can just go ahead and work our way back here. And I'm going to go ahead, I already know the position it's going to stop at, so I'm not counting the blocks, but make sure you're counting. So 60, and we're just going to keep going all the way along the side here like so, until we get back here to this point right here, and it should end on top of this sandstone top side right there. With that done, we're going to go ahead and then take our smooth sandstone blocks, place down a row all the way across here to fill this whole space in like so, so you have a nice row 11 across there on top of those sandstone top slabs. With that done, we're going to go and go to this sandstone top slab here, place down a smooth sandstone block on top of it, followed by a sandstone upside down stair to the side. With that done, we're going to go ahead and place down a smooth sandstone block, come off this top slab, going kind of out and at an angle upward, and then a stone button on both sides, like that for this little hook that's going to be on the back here of the vehicle for chains and stuff like that. After that's all done though, that is going to pretty much wrap up this layer. You can choose to fill this whole space in or leave it open if you do want to include some kind of interior. I'm just going to leave it open. Obviously it's a lot of work to fill that in, so I'm just going to leave it as is, but basically you should have something that looks just like this for layer number 3. And with that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 4. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to go ahead and begin with, we'll be going ahead and going to the wheels up here, where we'll be going ahead and basically building off of these going upward. We're going to place down a row of 7 of nether brick stairs on top of those nether brick top slabs like this all the way across the top there like so. And then going back from these stairs here, we're going to go and grab ourselves some nether brick top slabs and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Once that's done, we're going to take our sandstone stairs. On top of these smooth sandstone blocks here, we're going to be placing down a row of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 of sandstone stairs across. We then want to go ahead and take our smooth sandstone blocks, place down a row of 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then on top of this cobblestone wall here, we're going to place down a sandstone top slab. Our next row here, we're going to do the same thing here, taking our sandstone stairs, placing down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 sandstone stairs here across like that. After that's done, going ahead and coming off the sandstone stairs here, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 sandstone up down stairs like that going out to the side here. Now with that all complete there, we're going to go ahead and then work our way toward the front here again and build some of the armor paneling that's going to kind of go over the wheels or the tracks here. So for this, coming off this this nether brick stair in the corner, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block, followed by 1, 2, and 3 more over to the side, creating a row of 4. We then want to place down a row of 2 of sandstone top slabs and then stone buttons on the first block right here, and then skip space, and then the third one right there like that on the side there. After that's done, we're going to go to the sides here on top of the sandstone stairs and smooth sandstone blocks. We're just going to take our smooth sandstone blocks and place down a row all the way across the top here, and this should be a row of 16 blocks like that. On the sides here, we're going to place down stone buttons, so just like that on the very tips there, and then we just want to place down a iron bar going up on top of this nether brick, or this wither skeleton skull like that on both sides. With that finished, we're going to go ahead and then have an indent here, and we're going to go ahead and place down a smooth sandstone block here on top of this sandstone stair like that. Now for this is going to kind of go into the armor paneling here along the side here. So for this, we're going to have a smooth sandstone block followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and we're going to stop at 24 blocks for right now. Now at 24 blocks, we're going to go ahead and start off by going to the first one again. We're going to place down a stone button, a wither skeleton skull, stone button. We're going to go ahead and skip 2 spaces, place a stone button, wither skeleton skull, stone button, followed by a wither skeleton skull and stone button. We're going to skip a space, stone button, 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 skip another space, stone button, another space, stone button, and then we want to place down a wither skeleton skull and then a stone button like this. And this right here is going to be for the side here. Here's a kind of look at what it looks like if you want to take a chance to pause the video here and kind of make sure everything matches up on your side. So once you have that all squared away, we're going to go ahead and continue on to this section here. Now this section here is a little bit different, just because we have a little look at what would be kind of one of these armor panels kind of lifted up or something, as I did see in some pictures, so that's what we're trying to incorporate here. Obviously you don't need to do it, you can just take your smooth sandstone blocks and go all the way across here, but I thought it's a cool little design, kind of breaks up the plainness of the side of the build, so we're going to do it. So to do this, real simply, we're going to be going ahead and going from this block, we're going to place down a placeholder block, go one out to the side, and then place down a stone top slab. So you have a block of space here from what would be the line here and this top slab. This top slab here, we have 1 sandstone top slab, followed by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, like that going across there. From the 7th one, we're going to go ahead and go over, go to the sandstone stair right here, place down a smooth sandstone block, so you have something that looks like this. So the space is kind of opened up right there, and you have the row top slab kind of staying by itself. On this smooth sandstone block, we're going to place down a stone button, we're going to place down a second smooth sandstone block, followed by a wither skeleton skull. We then want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 smooth sandstone blocks back, followed by a wither skeleton skull on the end here. And we want to go ahead and skip a space, stone button, and stone button right there for a bit of detail like that on the side there. With that done, we're going to go ahead and now focus our attention to this line right here. So on top of this line, we're going to take our smooth sandstone blocks and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 smooth sandstone blocks across the top here. Stone bun here on both ends, and like we did before, a iron bar going up on top of this wither skeleton skull to both sides, just like that. With that all done, to go ahead and continue on, we're going to be going ahead and focusing our attention now on the back here and getting this back wheel set up. So for this, we're going to be placing down a row of 7 of nether brick stairs on top of these 7 nether brick blocks. So just like this across. Once that's done, we're going to go and take our sandstone stairs, and we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 sandstone stairs across, followed by a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 smooth sandstone blocks, and then another row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 sandstone stairs like that across. With that all finished, we can go ahead and now take what we did and basically transition it to the other side. So we're going to be going to take the same thing, copy it over to the other side so that we can go ahead and start work on getting our tracks and all that stuff set up and good to go. So with that, go ahead and copy what we did over here on the left side the right side over to the left side for the tracks. And with that, I'll see you guys in a second to go ahead and start working on the center. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving back into it, we have what we did over on the right side copied over to the left side now, and now it's time to go ahead and work on the middle section. So to start off with, we're going to go ahead and work our way from the right side over to the left side. We're going to start off by placing down a smooth sandstone block, going off this sandstone upside down stair here, followed by a second smooth sandstone block, 3, 4, and 5. So you have a row of 5 here, just like this, and it should be on top of these sandstone upside down stairs. When that's done, coming off of these blocks forward, we're going to place down a sandstone upside down stair here, followed by a polished andesite block with a stone brick stair coming off of it, and then we want to place down 3 more sandstone stairs to the side there. Coming off this smooth sandstone block here, we're going to place down a sandstone stair like this, followed by 1, 2, and 3 stairs over, so this turns into a corner stair. You have 3 regular stairs like this over to the side. We then want to place down a polished andesite block, followed by a second polished andesite block coming off of it on top of the stone brick upside down stair, and then a stone brick stair coming off that polished andesite block. With that done, we're going to place down a sandstone upside down stair, and this should connect up to this row of 7 right here, like that, going ahead and wrapping this up right there, and having your front design all complete and good to go. When that's done there, we're going to take our smooth sandstone blocks, and we're going to basically build on this row here that we had previously. So this is going to be a long row of smooth sandstone, basically following the outline of the row we did in the previous layer. So I'm going to go ahead and do this a little bit quickly, since we already have the row built before, and we're just building on top of it. So it's going to go all the way to the back here, just like that, and it's going to stop once you get to this point here on the back. And once you have that done, we're going to go and actually go one more back, so it's going to go ahead and end on this stone brick, or this next to the sandstone stair. Now when that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 9 across. That's going to connect both sides, so you have a total of a row of 11 across. We then want to place down a sandstone slab coming off this smooth sandstone block here, followed by a sandstone upside down stair, just like that. With that done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a skeleton skull on both sides of the middle block, and in the middle block here to place down an end rod right there, which would be kind of representing what would be like a ladder or something like that to climb up the back there of the tank, like so. When that's all done, we don't really have anything to fill in for this layer. We just have this hollow portion on the inside here that obviously you can modify and build up an interior if you choose to. But with that all complete, that is going to wrap up layer number 4, and with that we can move on to our next layer, layer number 5. Alright guys, so going ahead and move into our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going ahead and starting off with our tracks. We're going ahead and going to the top here of these nether brick top slabs, and we're going to be placing down a row of 7 of nether brick stairs across, just like, actually sorry about a row of 6 of nether brick stairs across like this, leaving an indent here on the side. Once that's done, we're going to be going ahead and going to the front of these stairs and placing down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 smooth sandstone blocks across like so. Now when this is done, we're going to go ahead and then place down 1 additional smooth sandstone block to the side here, like that, toward the middle. And we're going to go and then take some stone buns and place down stone buns here on the block here. Skip a space, stone bun, skip a space, stone bun, and stone bun right there on the edge there. So you have something that looks just like that. When that's all done there, we're going to go ahead and go and work our way toward the inside here, back. We're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 smooth sandstone blocks. We're going to take stone buttons again, place down a stone button here on the side of this block, and one right here as well. So you have this kind of corner piece here, kind of closing up the tracks. Once that's done, we also want to go ahead and go to this nether brick stair. We're going to delete this, so this is actually going to be a row of 5 of nether brick stairs, and then we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block in its place. Now this right here is going to be a very long row of smooth sandstone, basically going all the way to the back. So we're going to go ahead and basically fill this whole space in, and we're going to take it all the way until we connect up to the rear of the vehicle. So we're just going to build this all the way, and we'll count it here in a sec. So this is going to go all the way back, and again, it's a long row of smooth sandstone, so be prepared for that. And it's going to go over this space right here where we have this panel lifted up. Going to keep going all the way back here, just like so. And we're going to stop it once we get to this nether brick stair here on the back. So in total, you're going to have a very long row here of 69 smooth sandstone blocks to go back like that. So that's going to go all the way back to this point back here, end to end. Now this back point right here, we're going to go ahead and take some stone buttons, wrap it around the sides here. We then want to go ahead and go to our end iron bars, place down one more iron bar up, same thing right here. And then where this smooth sandstone block is here, we're going to place down a stone button, followed by an iron bar on top of wither skeleton skull. We want to go ahead and then go to this wither skeleton skull, a iron bar up, stone button to the side. When we get to this section here for this lifted portion, we're going to be placing down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 smooth, or basically sandstone slabs. And we want to go and then place down iron bars on the slabs here to both sides like that. We're going to place down a stone button right here on this smooth sandstone block, iron bar. We're going to go ahead and keep moving down the row. A iron bar on top of this wither skeleton skull, stone button, iron bar. Iron bar on top of the wither skeleton skull, stone button. And then at this point right here, we're going to place down an iron bar on top of this one. And we're going to go ahead and go to the front here and do the same thing up here. And we also want to take a stone button and place it down on the side of this smooth sandstone block right there. And once that's done, you have your detailing here for the sides pretty much all complete. We're going to go ahead and now kind of focus our attention here to the back, which we need to go and do. Almost forgot about the back. So for the back section here, real simply, we're going to go ahead and go from this smooth sandstone block, and we're going to place down 6 more blocks over the side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks to the side here, and then we're just going to take some stone buttons, place down 1, 2, 3 stone buttons like that, so you have a even spacing across there in between them. Once that's all done, you're going to go and want to take that design we did for the tracks and flip it over to the other side, copy it over to this side, and then we'll be basically working on trying to get the inside of the tank all set up and all that fun stuff. So with that, copy that design for the tracks over to the left side here, and once you have that all done, we'll go ahead and continue working our way on for this layer. Alright guys, so when it comes to building the inside of the tank, the middle spacing, we're going to be going ahead and start off with the front here like we usually do. We're going to go ahead and go to this smooth sandstone block here, place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 smooth sandstone blocks over. We're going to place down a sandstone corner stair coming off that smooth sandstone block, followed by a sandstone stair, a smooth sandstone block, sandstone stair, smooth sandstone block, sandstone stair, and then we have this smooth sandstone block right there we're going to connect up to. When that's done there, coming off these 2 smooth sandstone blocks, we're going to place down 2 sandstone slabs going forward, followed by a sandstone slab here in the middle, and then a skeleton skull to both sides. Over here, we're going to do something very similar, but popping out 1 more block. So for this, we're going to place down a sandstone upside down stair, a smooth sandstone block, sandstone upside down stair, smooth sandstone block, sandstone upside down stair. And then come off the sandstone, smooth sandstone blocks, we'll place down 2 sandstone slabs going forward. Or sorry, actually my bad, 1 like this. We're going to go over toward the middle like this, and then like we did over here, place down a skeleton skull to both sides of that sandstone slab like that for the front there, and we should get something that looks just like this. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and go to our row of smooth sandstone blocks here that we've been building up over the past few layers, and we're going to basically build another row of smooth sandstone blocks going up from it. So we're just going to go ahead and have this go all the way back here, and just have it keep going. And again, it's a pretty long row, all the way back, and it's almost there, just a little bit longer, and we get back to this point here. Now we're not going to bring it all the way in line with the smooth sandstone blocks right here, because we're going to be placing down a birchwood plank, and then we're going to place down 1 more birchwood plank over to the side. We then want to place down a smooth sandstone block, followed by a row of 5 of birchwood planks across like so. So you should get something that looks like that for the back there. We then want to place down a stone button on this birchwood plank here on the side there, followed by a second one. We're then going to place down a sandstone stair on top of this sandstone upside down stair here. We then want to place down another stone button and another wither skeleton skull, or another skeleton skull come off this birchwood plank, and an end rod in between them like this for the back there. And that's what your back detailing should look like, and all that fun stuff. You're going to have the same thing there, obviously, on both sides. With that all done, we have the inside complete, we have the front complete, and now all we need to do is just go ahead and take nether brick blocks, and for the tracks here, fill in the space all in here. So I'm not going to do this all on camera, obviously, because it's a lot to do, a lot of filling in, but you're going to basically just fill this whole section in here with nether brick full blocks. So as you can see, you'll have a nice flat surface here for the track. So I'm going to go and do that real quick. You guys go ahead and do it as well, and I'll see you guys back when we have it done. And I went ahead and copied it over to the other side. As you can see, we have both sections completely filled in with our nether brick for our tracks here. And if you look at it at the tracks down from below here, it's closed off and everything like that. It looks real nice and all that fun stuff. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Looks good. The inside here is complete. Our tracks are complete. And now pretty much everything we work on now is just going to be basically building up from the superstructure. So with that, that's it for layer number 5. Let's go ahead and move into layer number 6. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 5. From here on out, or I should not say from here on out, but basically for the next good chunk of the tutorial, it's going to be pretty easy, just basically doing a whole kind of outer line all the way around, wrap around the tank. So nothing too extreme going on here, but again, you gotta build up the tank, and then we start getting more complicated stuff as we get toward the top there. So for us to go ahead and get started here, we're going to be going ahead and start off with our middle section here. Now we're going to go ahead and do this driver's compartment right here, which got a little messed up here for some reason. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and work on this section here. Now this is real simple. On top of the stairs and smooth sandstone blocks here, we're just going to place down a row of 5 of smooth sandstone blocks across there. We then want to place down an additional row of 5 directly behind it like this. And then coming off that row of 5, we're going to have a sandstone corner stair, and then a row of 5 of sandstone stairs over to the side there. Now on both sides here, coming off this sandstone block here, we're going to place down one more block out to the side, followed by 1, 2, and 3 blocks forward, and then having a sandstone stair here on the very front. So you have the sandstone stair, and then this row of 4 smooth sandstone blocks back. Now on the smooth sandstone block directly behind the stair, we're going to place down a stone button. Coming off this sandstone stair, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 sandstone stairs to the side here. And then from this point here, we're going to go and take cobblestone walls, and we're going to place down a very long row of cobblestone walls going back. And by long row, I say very long. We're starting off with this one. We're going to go ahead and place down a row going all the way back. And no use in really counting this. We're just going to go ahead and keep going all the way back here until we pretty much get to the end of this row of smooth sandstone. So we're just going to keep going. And again, very long row, as you can see. Oops, and I just fell off the build there. But yeah, we're going to come all the way back to this point and stop at this last smooth sandstone block here. And we're going to place down a sandstone stair on top of that block instead. We then want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 sandstone stairs over like so. Now with that done, coming off the sandstone stairs, we're going to place down a skeleton skull coming off the 2 stairs that are closest to the outsides, or basically second to closest, so just like that, space of 3 in between them. With that done, we're going to go ahead and then take our nether brick, or not nether brick, we want to go and actually grab ourselves a black wool, and the same length of the cobblestone walls here on the inside, we're going to be placing down black wool like this to close off the outside there, as the cobblestone walls do have little gaps in them, but we do not want those obviously visible. So we're going to be going ahead and taking the black wool, just kind of close it off and make it look a little bit cleaner in the final product. And we get something that looks just like this, closing that area off all the way along the side there. Now from that point there, we're going to go ahead and want to go to our iron bars, and we're going to basically want to expand upon these. So we have this iron bar right here. We're going to go ahead and place down an iron bar come off the cobblestone wall, kind of in line with these iron bars here. Same thing right here. Going ahead and placing down an iron bar on top of this one, on top of this one. This one right here, we're going to place down an iron bar up, and then one over. Same thing over here, iron bar up, and one over. We then want to place down an iron bar up right here. Iron bar on top of this one, iron bar right there, iron bar on top of this one, and then we get to this section here, again like we did for the back here, line it up right here and place it down coming off the cobblestone wall, and same thing right up here, just like that. And that right there will basically do it for your little wires and stuff like that. for those panels, and then we come to the back section, work on this area. So for this section right here, we're going to go ahead and go back from this sandstone stair here. We're going to go ahead and place down 1 and 2 smooth sandstone blocks back. We then want to go ahead and take our nether brick top slabs, come off the first smooth sandstone block, we're going to place down 2 nether brick top slabs, a smooth sandstone block, 2 nether brick top slabs, and then we're going to have a smooth sandstone block here in the middle. Now, we then want to go ahead and go behind the nether brick top slabs. We're going to place down 2 black wool blocks, a smooth sandstone block, 2 black wool blocks, a smooth sandstone block, and obviously you're going to have the same thing over here on this side once you copy that stuff over. Now on the back here, we're going to go ahead and go off these 2 nether brick top slabs around the middle, smooth sandstone block, place down a skeleton skull, and a lever or a end rod in between them like that for the back ladder that we have kind of going on here. And basically, once you have that done over here on the left or on the right side, you're going to take the same design, copy it over to the left side, and you'll have layer 6 of the build, I believe is what we're on, all complete. And with that, we can go and move into our next layer, layer number 7. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 7. For layer 7 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to be going ahead and starting with our corner, which is going to be over here, and working our way basically back from it. And actually, let's go ahead and let's start with this inside corner here. Now we're going to go and place down a smooth sandstone block on top of this one right here, followed by a stone button on both sides of it, kind of wrapped around like so. Going back from that smooth sandstone block, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 blocks. So you have a row of 5 here in total. And from that 5th block back, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which will connect up to this side. And once you copy what we do over here on the right side over to the left side, it'll all connect up and be nice and good. Now when that's all done, for the middle section here, we already have this section done like this. We can go ahead and just simply take our smooth sandstone blocks, place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right here. And then we're just going to take our sandstone slabs and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, coming off those sandstone slabs like that for the front there. After that's all done, we're going to go ahead and go to this smooth sandstone block, place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to the side, stone button on both sides of the 6th block, just like that. When that's all done, we're going to go ahead and take our smooth sandstone blocks and place down a long row of smooth sandstone all the way across these cobblestone walls along the side here. So again, going to go ahead and do this kind of quickly here. As we already know, we're going to have this going all the way back the length of the cobblestone walls. So no need to count again, just, you know, keep going all the way back here until you get to your last cobblestone wall. And we should be almost there. And here we are, almost done. Just a few more blocks, and there we go. We come back to this point here. Now at this point here, we're going to take some stone buttons, wrap around this smooth sandstone block. And then we want to go ahead and go back to our sides here and take our iron bars and basically place down iron bars here on top of all of these iron bars. So every place where you have an iron bar, you're going to place down one more iron bar that goes up. And you're also going to have stone buttons here in the spaces that you can see right here. So basically wherever we have kind of a row of stone buttons going up, we're going to just continue up by placing down an additional stone button up. So right here, then move all the way along the side here. We have one right here as well, like this, and then a stone button right here, and on top of this iron bar right here, we're going to place down one more that goes up, and same thing right there like that. So that's going to be there on all the sides here. Just kind of continue those iron bars up like so, and your side, it looks something like that. So pretty nice, pretty simple, and here's a better view of it as well. So pretty straightforward there. Nothing too crazy. Now when that's done there, we're going to go ahead and go back to this back section here. We're going to go and go to the smooth sandstone block, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 blocks over. And we then want to place down a iron bar coming off the smooth sandstone blocks here that are kind of in line with the skeleton skulls here on the back. When that's done there, we're going to go and then place down a stone button on this corner block, so one right there. And we can also place down a stone button on the inside of it as well. Going back from this smooth sandstone block, we're going to go ahead and go 1 and 2 blocks back. We then want to grab our nether brick top slabs, and we're going to place down a row of 1 and 2 nether brick top slabs coming off the first smooth sandstone block right there. A smooth sandstone block, 2 nether brick top slabs, smooth sandstone block, and obviously the same thing will go over to that side. And then behind these, we're going to go ahead and do basically what we did before: 2 black wool blocks, smooth sandstone block, 2 black wool blocks, and a smooth sandstone block in the middle, and then our 2 skeleton skulls and our end rod in between. So pretty simple. Again, just kind of continuing that pattern going up here for the back. Once you have that done, we do have something that you're going to go ahead and add in the middle, and this is going to be for what's this little entryway that leads down into the engine compartment. Now from this, we're going to go ahead and go to the middle smooth sandstone block here on the back, and we're going to go and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spaces forward. After your 11 spaces, on your 12th space, you're going to place down a polished andesite block, followed by a row of 3 of iron trapdoors. And note the iron trapdoors are on the top portion of the polished andesite block like so. And then their polished andesite block on the side, we're going to do the same thing, so a row out to the side, 3 iron trapdoors forward, and then again a row of 3 of polished andesite. So you get something that looks just like this for the bottom floor here. And just to kind of close it off from the bottom, since we don't have any interior or anything like that, if you do have one, you can leave this open. We're just going to take some black wool blocks and do a 3x3 square here on the bottom of the iron trapdoors, just to kind of close it off so it looks nice and closed off. And once you have that done, we can delete this these placeholder blocks there, that counting line, and you should get something that looks like that. Once you have that done, take what we did over here on the right side, copy it over to the left side, and that right there will complete layer number 7. With that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 8. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 8. For layer 8, to go ahead and get started with here, we go ahead and start on the same corner we did before, and this is real simple. We're going to place down a sandstone stair on top of the smooth sandstone block right here, and going back from the sandstone stair, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4 5 sandstone blocks back. Once that's done, we're going to place down a row of what is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 over to the side here, and this will connect up to the other side. When that's done there, we have this section here. We can go ahead and put in our section here for the driver. So for this, real simply, we just want to go ahead and then place down a sandstone stair here to both sides. In the space in between, we're going to place down a sandstone upside down stair, and then a sandstone top slab right there across. Once that's done, going ahead and going back from the sandstone stairs, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block on both sides, and then a row of 3 of black wool across the middle there to kind of close that off for the driver's viewport. If you do include an interior, you can replace that with glass and have a little interior if you want. But for the tutorial, I'm just going to go ahead and close it off like that. Once that's all done, that's going to pretty much do it there for your front, and we can go ahead and now work our way on the sides. So for the sides here, we're going to go ahead and go from the sandstone stair, place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 sandstone stairs over. We want to go and then take our smooth sandstone blocks and place down a long row of smooth sandstone going back. So again, another long row. We're not going to count it, obviously, because it's just going to go all the way toward the back here. So just another long row going toward the back here. We're going to just take our time. Even though it's, very boring, very tedious, lots of just long rows of sandstone placing here. And we're almost toward the back. Just a few spaces here, so let's go and fix that. And then once we get to the back here, we're just going to bring it to the last smooth sandstone block right here. We then want to take some stone buttons, wrap them around the sides here, and then place down a wither skeleton skull now on top of the, we're coming off the smooth sandstone block on top of this iron trap, or this iron bar. And we're going to continue this all the way down the line, and wherever we have stone buttons coming up, we're going to go and place down another stone button up. So just like this, all the way down. And we're going to keep it coming all the way down. Get to the section here, more iron bars, wither skeleton skull, stone button, wither skeleton skull. We have a stone button right there, so we're going to place down another one that goes up. One right here. One right there. And you have, when you have that all done, that's going to complete your detailing here along the sides there. So pretty straightforward, pretty simple there. Now when you get to this back section here, we're going to go ahead and then take our smooth sandstone blocks. We want to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 smooth sandstone blocks across, stone buttons here around the corners here, and then iron bars like that to both sides. Once that's done, go ahead and going back from this smooth sandstone block here, we're going to place down an additional 1 and 2 smooth sandstone blocks back, and just like we did before, basically building this up one more, we're going to place down 2 black wool blocks here, 2 nether brick top slabs, 2 smooth sandstone blocks, 2 black wool blocks, 2 nether brick top slabs, and 2 smooth sandstone blocks like this. And then again, our ladder here, placing down our skeleton skulls and our end rod across in between them. And once you have that all done, pretty much the last thing for us to do is to go ahead and go to this middle section here and build upon this. So real simply, we're going to go and follow the outline, placing down polished andesite all the way across here. On the section closest to the back, we're going to place down a stone brick stair, come off the middle polished andesite block, cobblestone wall to both sides, and then an iron bar here, right there on both sides as well. So pretty straightforward there, pretty simple. And you're going to take the same design we did over there on the right side and copy it over to the left side. And once you have that all complete, that is going to complete layer 8 of the build. Let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 9. Alright guys, moving on to the next layer, we have layer number 9. For layer 9, to go ahead and get started with here, we'll be going ahead and going to our same corner here and basically building off of it. Now on top of these two sandstone stairs here, we're going to place down 2 cobblestone walls with 2 item frames for off those cobblestone walls, and then snowballs like that right there in the item frames like that for the headlights. And then we just want to place down a wooden sign here to both sides of those cobblestone walls like that. Once that's done, behind the 2 cobblestone walls, we're going to place down 2 smooth sandstone blocks, and on the smooth sandstone block side here, we're going to place down a stone button. We also want to place down a stone button on the side here of this smooth sandstone block from the previous layer that I forgot to do, so go ahead and throw that on. Once that's done, going back from the smooth sandstone block, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 blocks, so you have a row of 5 here, and a stone button coming off the second one on the inside there. Once that's done, coming off this 5th smooth sandstone block, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 blocks over, followed by a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 sandstone stairs over. And then we're going to have the same row over here, row of 5, smooth sandstone, all that stuff, which will be copied over when you guys transfer that over later on in this layer. Anyways, go ahead and focus on this middle section here. We're going to place down 2 smooth sandstone blocks here down the middle. We then want to place down 2 sandstone stairs on both sides here, and then in those spaces there, going off the sandstone stairs, we're going to place down a sandstone slab to both sides, like that for the driver's compartment. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and then take our smooth sandstone blocks, place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to the side of the ones up here in the front, and then on the corner pieces here, we're going to take stone buttons and wrap them around like that. We then want to take our smooth sandstone blocks and pretty much take it all the way toward the back. So again, a very long row of smooth sandstone running all the way alongside this row here. So I'm just going to go and bring this all the way back, continue along the side here, and we're almost there. All the way back here to this point right here. Now we're going to stop 1 block short of being in line right here, and then we want to place down a sandstone stair. On the side of this smooth sandstone block, we're going to place down a stone button, and then from this sandstone stair over, we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 over, so you have a row of 7 of sandstone stairs across. Going back from the sandstone stair here, we're going to place down 1 and 2 smooth sandstone blocks back, and like we did before, we're going to place down 2 black wool blocks, 2 narrow brick top slabs, 2 smooth sandstone blocks, 2 black wool blocks, 2 narrow brick top slabs, and 2 sandstone blocks, and then the same thing will be carried over to the other side there. And on the back here, of course, a skeleton skull on both sides of these top slabs, and then a end rod across in between it. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a iron bar going up from this one right here on both sides, just like that. And that will pretty much wrap up your signing there. Also on the side here, we want to go and go up to these rows where we have our stone buttons, and we're going to go ahead and place down an additional stone button going up, so just like this. Along the side here, this point right here, and also going to the front here, we're going to skip a space and then place down a stone button, so you have something that looks like that for the corner there. When that's all finished, we're going to go and go to our middle section here and continue this. We're going to go and basically take the same thing we did in the previous layer and just go ahead and bring it up one, so a row of polished andesite all the way around. Stone brick stair on top of this one, cobblestone wall on top of these cobblestone walls, and then an iron bar on top of these iron bars, like so. And once you have that all complete, that will complete layer number 9. And with that, you're going to take the same design and copy it over to the left side here. Same thing we've been doing for the past 9 layers. And with that, let's go and move into our next layer, layer number 10. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 10. For layer 10, to go ahead and get started with, we're going to be going ahead and start off with the same corner up here in the front. Now for this section here, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone button on top of this sandstone block here. And we then want to place down a sandstone slab back from it, followed by a sandstone stair, and then 1, 2, and 3 smooth sandstone blocks back. Now in between your third smooth sandstone blocks, you're going to have a row of what is going to be 11 smooth sandstone blocks across, and that'll basically fill in that space all the way across there for the front. When that's all done, we're going to take our sandstone slabs, we're going to go ahead and go to this row of 5 of smooth sandstone blocks and place down a row of 5 of sandstone slabs like that across, located over here on this compartment over here. We then want to grab ourselves a oak wood slab, like this. We're going to place down an oak wood slab, and we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some wither skeleton skulls, and we're going to go ahead and create the hatch up on top here by simply, or actually we're going to do skeleton skulls a little bit better, and we're going to take skeleton skulls and wrap it around there for the hatch right there on top. Once that's all complete, we want to go ahead and then start working our way out to the side. So coming off these sandstone slabs here, we're going to go ahead and place down additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to the side. And same thing for the stairs right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to the side. We then want to go ahead and go to our first smooth sandstone block here. Again, place down 6 smooth sandstone blocks over to the side to connect over here with a stone button on the end there like that. After that's finished there, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of smooth sandstone back. So we have 1 and 2 on your second block here. We're going to place down a stone button. We then want to go ahead and continue our row, and we're going to go ahead and bring this all the way toward the back here, like we've been doing. So we're just going to run this all the way along here, try not to miss too many blocks, and just keep on running all the way back here. Like so. Until we get to back here at this point. So right before the stair, we're going to stop on this smooth sandstone block. At this point here, we're going to go ahead and take stone buttons, wrap around this smooth sandstone block, and we also want to run along the side here and go to any section where we have our buttons running up along the side of the build, and just go ahead and throw in there button, continuing that pattern, and all the way along the side here. So just like that, we have our stone buttons in place, and now that's good to go. Now, when that's all done there, we want to go ahead and then take our smooth sandstone blocks. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 over to the side. We're going to go and place down an iron bar that goes up from this one, come off these smooth sandstone blocks to the second to the furthest outside. And on the inside here, we're going to place down a stone button, again like that. When that's done, we're going to go and place down a smooth sandstone block back from this one. And we're going to go ahead and copy the same thing we've been doing. So 2 nether brick top slabs, 2 black wool blocks behind them, 2 smooth sandstone blocks, or my bad, actually this is going to be indented one, so my bad on that one. We're actually going to go ahead and go back with 1 more smooth sandstone block, and then going to the second smooth sandstone block, we're going to place down our 2 nether brick top slabs, smooth sandstone block, 2 nether brick top slabs, smooth sandstone block, and then behind it, 2 black wool blocks, 2 smooth sandstone block, 2 black wool blocks, smooth sandstone block like that on the side there. We then want to place down a skeleton skull, come off the nether brick top slab, and end rod across in between them for the back here. Now when that's all done, we're going to go ahead and go from this smooth sandstone block, we're going to go ahead and go back, and we're going to have a long row that's going to go all the way across here. Now this will connect up to both sides here, but we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's going to be a row of 13 of smooth sandstone that's going to go all the way across there and connect the sides. Now along the sides here, we're going to do an outline, and we do need to have this base section here because we will have basically the tops here of that little engine, basically vents and all that kind of stuff that will be sticking out in the next layers. So for this, we're going to go ahead and run back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 smooth sandstone blocks back. And then again, we're going to go ahead and go across here, and we'll have a row of 13. So basically have a, huge kind of rectangle like this. In our middle space right here, we have this section here. We're just going to go ahead and wrap polished andesite up around the sides here. And like we've been doing, place down there stone brick stair up, cobblestone wall, some iron bars up like this as well. And also if you wanted to, you could have a opening here for a door if you do choose to do so. So you can have a door right there if you want to. And very simply, you could just take an iron trapdoor and place it down here if you want to. So, but again, that's if you are doing an interior or something like that for it. So when we get to this point right here, we have the outline here, and we're just going to go and take the remaining polished andesite blocks and just fill in this space completely. So I'll go ahead and see you guys in a sec once we have this all filled in. And once we have it all filled in, we should have something that looks like this for the base here. As you can see, you just have a 3x3 little entrance here, and pretty long row all the way around. Just to go and double check our count here, these rows of polished andesite should be in total 25 blocks long, or sorry, 24. And as you can see, they are. And we have something that looks just like this on the back here. Pretty clean, pretty flush, and that's how you want it. And then obviously you're going to take the same design we did for the other side there, wrap it around over here to that side, take it all the way around. And yeah, other than that, that's going to pretty much do it for layer 10. Let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer 11. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, be going ahead and moving on to layer number 11. Layer 11, we're going to get a lot of the top kind of armor and basically roofing for the hull. including this back section here and all that stuff, and hopefully starting to get stuff laid out for us to go ahead and expand upon when adding the mouse turrets on the back and all that fun stuff. So for us to go ahead and dive right into it, we're going to be going ahead and getting started up here in the front. So for this front section here, to go ahead and get started, what we're going to want to do is we're going to be wanting to go ahead and go to this smooth sandstone block, and this should have a stone button here on both ends of it, if it doesn't already, so make sure you throw that on. Basically on top here of the smooth sandstone blocks to both sides, we're going to be placing down a stone button on top of it like that, and we also should have a stone button here on this corner piece, so make sure that there's stone buttons on those smooth sandstone full blocks. Anyways, from this point here, we're going to go take sandstone slabs, and we're going to be placing down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 across like that. After you get that done, we're going to take our sandstone stairs, and we're going to be placing down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 sandstone stairs across, or sorry, my bad, actually 7 sandstone stairs across like that. Once that's done, we're going to be taking smooth sandstone blocks and placing down a long row of smooth sandstone that's going to go all the way across, so from the side here all the way to the other side. So this is just going to be a long row of smooth sandstone all the way across the front here, all the way across just like that. And once you have that done there, this is going to be a long row all the way across. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a count here of how much. And this right here in total is going to be 25 blocks long. And we're going to place down an additional 2 more rows of 25 of smooth sandstone going backwards like this. And same thing over here, right here, to go ahead and give us a total of 3 rows of 25 going all the way across. Once that's done on the sides here, we're placing down a stone button on this smooth sandstone block to give us space, placing down 1 stone button right there. Now from this point here, we're going to be basically going ahead and running our lines of smooth sandstone down along the sides here. So to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to be placing down a row of smooth sandstone here. That's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. And I'm just going to continue to take this back here. There's not a whole lot of a point of counting, because we'll just be able to line it up here on the end and see exactly where we are. We're just going to take this all the way back here until we get to this back section here. Now, on this smooth sandstone block here, we're just going to place down a sandstone stair on top of it. So we stop this long row of smooth sandstone 1 block short of the front here. So if we go ahead and go all the way up to the front here, we can see that we have in total a row of 58 smooth sandstone blocks going back from that sandstone stair back here to this point right here. Now with that all done, we can go ahead and take our sandstone stairs and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 over. From this point here, we're going to go ahead and go to this 6th stair, or the 7th stair right here, and we're placing down a long row of smooth sandstone that's going to go all the way up to the front here. And it's going to be another long row of about 58 blocks, so it's going to go all the way forward here, and it should connect up with our front of the tank. So we're just going to go take this and go all the way toward the front and keep on going until we connect up to this point right here. Now from this point, we want to go ahead and then go out to the side here, or go to this next stair over. We're going to go do the same thing again. So another long row of smooth sandstone going all the way toward the front here. And just like that, so you have these 2 rows fully complete. Now with that all the way, we're going to go ahead and now focus our attention to go ahead and move it out to these sides here. Now we're going to be going ahead and focusing on the outsides, as we do have these little positions we want to go ahead and mark later so that we can easily throw some detail on them later. Now for this first row here, we're going to be going ahead and going to the outside. We're going to go ahead and count a total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we want to go and do 7 smooth sandstone blocks forward, followed by a polished andesite block like that. Once that's done, we're going to take smooth sandstone blocks again, do a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and we're going to do 19 smooth sandstone blocks back, a polished andesite block, or sorry, my bad, one more, so you have a row of 20, and a polished andesite block. Let me just go ahead and double check the count here to make sure we're good. And count here 20, so we're good to go. From this point here, we're going to go take our smooth sandstone again, and we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to place down another polished andesite block, and then we're just going to take our smooth sandstone and bring it toward the back here, all the way along here like this until we get back to our sandstone stair located right here. After that's done, our next row here to the side, we're going to go ahead and go to the outside one here and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 smooth sandstone blocks back, followed by 1, 2, and 3. We're then going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 smooth sandstone blocks back, followed by a row of 3 of polished andesite, a row of 1, 2, 3, 4 smooth sandstone blocks, and then another row of 3 of polished andesite, row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17, and 18 smooth sandstone blocks up to connect up to the stairs right here. So you have a row like that. Our next row here, again, going back up to the front and working our way out, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, followed by a row of 1, 2, and, or sorry, my bad. A row of 7 here, followed by a polished andesite block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Smooth sandstone blocks back, a polished andesite block, and then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smooth sandstone blocks back, 1, 2, and 3 polished andesite blocks, and then a row of smooth sandstone going all the way toward the back here, like this, connected up to the sandstone stair right back here. Our next row here, we're going to be going to the side here again. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, my bad, fall in there. Let's see, we have 4 so far. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is just going to go ahead and go all the way back. So we're just going to keep this going all the way back here until we get to this point here in a second, which we'll get to. And we get to this point right here, we're just going to place down a row of 3 polished andesite and then a row of smooth sandstone. Here, continuing to work its way back like so. And then we get to this point and we have something that looks like this. Now we also want to go and make one quick adjustment where this polished andesite blocks are. We're going to just basically break this block here and just have it like this. So you have basically something that looks just like that there for where our Flak 38s are going to be mounted onto a little bit later. Now with that done, we're going to now focus our attention here toward the middle. So for the middle here, we'll be going ahead and taking smooth sandstone. We're just going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 6th block here is going to be the middle, and then it's going to be another 5 blocks over to this side, like so. And now it's time for us to go and work on this interior section here. So for this to go ahead and get started with, we're going to go and place down 3 nether brick stairs back, followed by 3 nether brick full blocks behind those stairs, and 3 nether brick stairs come off those full blocks, like so. We then want to take our stone brick slabs and we're placing down a row of stone brick slabs that's going to go all the way across those polished andesite blocks. So it's just going to go all the way across them like that, and should be a pretty long row of about 10 blocks like that across. When that's done there, alright guys, so going ahead and continuing on, we're going to go ahead and go to this section here now. Now across the nether brick blocks and all this stuff here, we're just going to be placing down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks that's just going to go all the way across here. And we want to go ahead and then place down an additional 3 more rows. So there are 3 rows of 11 blocks that are going to go all the way across here, basically closing this section off like so. We also want to take our smooth sandstone along this section here. We're going to be placing down a row of smooth sandstone all along this part here, going up all the way toward the front here, like so. Once that's done, we want to go ahead and then start from the back here. We're going to go ahead and work our way to the front. Now note that obviously both sides here are not going to be exactly the same, obviously, because you still need to transfer the side over, but we're going to be basically building it all the way across here, just kind of naming out those dimensions and stuff. So for this, we're going to have a row of 11 here of stone brick stairs across. Let me just go ahead and get a double count here, or actually this is a row 9, my bad, so a row of 9 stone brick slabs across. We then want to go to both sides here, place down 2 nether brick stairs, or sorry, 3 nether brick stairs, 3 nether brick blocks, and then 3 nether brick stairs on the other side. From this point here, we're going to place down another row of 9 of stone brick slabs all the way across. We then want to place down a row of 3 of polished andesite blocks like this, followed by a block off from both sides. So you have a cross shape here, and then we're just going to place down a cobblestone wall here in the corners, like so. After that's done, we're going to take our stone brick slabs, we're going to place down another row of 9 across. We then want to place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 of nether brick stairs, 3 nether brick full blocks behind those stairs, and then, 3 nether brick stairs like this across there. After that's done, in between these 2 nether brick stairs here, we're going to place down a row of 3 of stone brick slabs, followed by a stone brick slab there in the middle on top of that stair, and then a cobblestone wall here to both sides. On top of this iron bar, we're just going to place down one iron bar up like that. With that done, we're then going to place down a row 3 of stone brick slabs across this space here. Coming off this, we're going to place down a row 3 of nether brick stairs, followed by a row 3 nether brick full blocks behind those stairs, and then a row 3 nether brick stairs to the side there. We then want to take our stone brick slabs, place down a row of 9 going across. After that, we're going to place down a row 3 of polished andesite down the middle here, one to either side of this first block, and then a cobblestone wall here in the corners. After that, another row 9 of stone brick slabs all the way across, a row 3 of nether brick stairs, and again a row 3 nether brick full blocks behind those stairs like so, and 3 nether brick stairs behind it like that. And you'll have your kind of design here for the inside section here for the vents and all that stuff for the engine area complete. And obviously we'll be taking the same design we did over here on the right side and flipping it over to the left side to go and take it over. Also, we do have a few little detailing things left to do still, so real quick, we're going to go ahead and go to these sandstone stairs here, place down a skeleton skull here on both sides, come off those sandstone stairs above the iron bars. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some stone buttons, and we're going to be going ahead and placing down stone buttons along the side here. So basically for this, we're going to be going ahead and just skipping a space the entire way down. So we're going to go ahead and start on the second smooth sandstone block here from the end, and we're just going to skip a space and work our way all the way down the line. So you're just going to go ahead and keep going, just like this. Just skipping a block, like so, in between. And we'll keep on going, all the way along the side here. And when you get to a point like this, where the stone button row needs to go up, you're just going to place down one right here in the middle, and then the other side, and continue skipping your spaces. So just like this, and it should connect up to the front there, just like that. And just like that, you'll have your stone buttons here. They're going to go all the way across there. Again, spacing of 1. You're going to take the same designs, take it over to the other side, and obviously what we did over here on the right side, take it over to the left side as well, and you'll have this area all filled in. Anyways, that's going to complete it for layer number 11. With that, let's go and move on to our next layer, layer number 12. Real quick, before we go and move on to layer 12, I just want to go ahead and cover one thing for layer 11 as well, and that's going to be taking place up here with this front little extension here where the driver's compartment and crew compartment is and all that stuff. Anyways, for this section here, on these 5 sandstone blocks here, right next to this sandstone stair, we'll be placing down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 sandstone slabs across, just to keep the kind of extension portion of this, structure still extended. And once you have that complete, that will wrap up this layer, and you'll have this side copied over and everything like that, and your build should look something like this so far. Anyways, with that all complete, that is going to wrap up layer 11 finally, and let's move on to layer number 12. Alright guys, going ahead and move on to our next layer. We'll be going ahead and move on to layer 12. Now layer 12 is going to basically involve getting into the superstructure that's going to basically support the turret, and also it's going to kind of get into doing some of the details and stuff that are on the top portion of the vehicle. So let's go ahead and dive into it. To start off with, we're going to be going ahead and obviously building our front section here. Now we're going to be building this as a straight row across so that we get it, perfectly good all the way across here and know what to do. So for us to go ahead and get started, we'll be going ahead and going to the right side of the tank. So this is the right side over here, obviously. And we'll be going ahead and counting basically 1, 2, and 3 smooth sandstone blocks back. So this one right here. And then we're going to go ahead and count 1, 2, and 3 blocks over. We're going to go and place down a sandstone stair right here. So there should be a space of 3 from the sandstone stair to the edge, or basically side of the tank. From this sandstone stair, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 over, so you have a row of 5. We then want to place down a sandstone slab, 1, 2, 3, sandstone stairs, sandstone slab, 2 quart stairs, a nether brick stair, 2 quart stairs, and then a row of 4 of sandstone stairs out to the side. So looking at it from the front here, you should have something that looks just like this. With that all complete, we're going to go and take smooth sandstone blocks, and we want to go ahead and run a full row of smooth sandstone. It's going to go all the way across behind these blocks here from the row we just placed. So it's going to go all the way across here, and you have a long row of smooth sandstone that goes all the way across it. From this point here, we're going to go and go to our sides now. We're going to take smooth sandstone blocks, and running from the side block, we're going to go and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24 smooth sandstone blocks back. From this point here, we're going to go ahead and go at an angle, place down a smooth sandstone block, go at an angle again, a second smooth sandstone block, and again one more to an angle like this. From this block here, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of smooth sandstone. It's going to go all the way across and connect up to the other side like so, and that's going to be the back here of the structure, just like that. Now with that out of the way, we can go ahead and then go to focus our attention to the center here. Now the center here, we can go ahead and remove these rows of smooth sandstone here on the inside. You can go ahead and get rid of these extra rows here that stick out, as we do not need them anymore, and they're mainly used just for structuring and stuff like that. So this here you can go ahead and remove to kind of keep a more space for interior if you want. So these can all be deleted here, and if there's any blocks over on the other side, feel free to go ahead and delete those as well, and they'll just be all deleted, and you'll get a nice big empty space here in the middle for you guys to do all kinds of crazy stuff with. Now when that's all done, we're going to go ahead and focusing our attention back up here to the front here. Now on the front, we're going to be going ahead and taking stone buttons, and we're going to go ahead and start from this smooth sandstone block here, skip a space, smooth stone button, skip space, stone button, skip space, stone button. So you have a nice row across the front there like that. Now from this point here, we're going to go ahead and then place down one stone button to both sides here of the stone button, just like this. And that'll do it there for the detailing on the front. Now what we're going to get into is doing the railings for basically the walkways around the tank. So for this, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and start off by going ahead and going to the skipping a space from the stone button and going ahead and placing down a birchwood fence post. When that's done there, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 iron bars, and then in there birchwood fence post. Now around these birchwood fence posts, we're going to go ahead and take wooden signs and wrap around the fence posts like so, and same thing over here as well, wrap around the fence post like that. Alright guys, so from this fence post right here, we're going to go ahead and taking end rods and placing down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 end rods back like this, and then we're going to go and place down a birchwood fence post with a wooden sign on both sides like this. Now from this point here, we'll be going ahead and stacking the same design for a fence. So we'll be going ahead and stacking from this end rod to this fence post. We'll be going ahead and doing this 1, 2, 3, and 4 more times. So I'm going to go and do this real quick off camera, and I'll come back and with you guys, and we'll take a look at what it looks like when it's done. Alright guys, as you can see, I went ahead and stacked it back a total of 4 times. So in total we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 fence posts along this line, and it ends right here, right before this polished andesite blocks here. Just like that, and again, even spacing of 5 iron end rods going across in between there. Now when that's all done, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some nether brick slabs and also some wither skeleton skulls. Now for this, we'll be going ahead and going to these points here, and we'll be going ahead and placing down a nether brick slab on top of this polished andesite block, followed by a wither skeleton skull here on these polished andesite blocks going around it, just like this. So it's going to go around like so, and then we just want to place down stone buttons here in the corners there like that. Now going back to this section here, we're going to place down a nether brick slab on top of that polished andesite block, and wither skeleton skulls here on the polished andesite blocks around it. And you probably guessed it, stone buttons here on these smooth sandstone blocks. And we're going to go ahead and also delete this one fence post here, and then place down a stone button there on the bottom like that. So we have that done there for detailing. We also want to go ahead and go to our sides here. Now one thing I forgot to include on the sides here was this ladder here. So the ladder here we are going to want to include, and a very simple way to go ahead and figure out what we need to include is to count how many blocks from the rear we need to have it. So we have this long row of smooth sandstone here. We're going to go toward the back of it and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and do our 9th smooth sandstone block here from the end. We're going to go ahead and break. And in its place, we're going to place down a sandstone upside down stair, and then the 2 smooth sandstone blocks to both sides, we're going to place down a iron bar coming off of it like that for the rails there, which will be a kind of like little ladder here that will lead up to the top there. Anyways, with that all out of the way, we have the front there, the details, all that stuff done. We're going to be now focusing our attention here toward the back section. So for this, we're going to be going ahead and getting into the bases here for our Flak 38AA guns and all that fun stuff. So for this, Flak guns, pretty simple basis for us to go get started here. And I'm just grabbing some materials that we will need for it, and you can go ahead and just take your time here to also look and see what materials you need and to grab them. Anyways, to go ahead and start off with, the reason why we made this little polished andesite block section here is to kind of give us a good idea of where they're going to be placed and how to go ahead and build them in this section. So to begin with, we're going to be placing down a polished andesite block on top of this, or a smooth sandstone block on top of this one, followed by 1 and 2 more back like this. Once that's done, we're going to go to both sides of this second block and place down another brick full block, like so. And then we want to go ahead and place down a wooden sign on the side of the smooth or the nether brick block here, like that, toward the side, facing toward the outside there of the build. We then want to place down a stone button here on these 2 nether brick full blocks, just like that, to both sides, like so. Once that's done, we're going to place down a basically a oak wood slab to both sides of this section here, and then a oak wood stair that's going to come out like this to both sides, like that. Once that's done, we're going to then place down a birchwood fence gate opened up toward the smooth sandstone block, and then we just want to go ahead and grab ourselves a wooden sign, and we're placing down a wooden sign here on both sides of this birchwood fence gate. So just like this, again on both sides. And the gun is going to be facing in the direction obviously to the side there, just like we did for this one. So if you do want to have this gun facing different directions, make sure to basically change the orientation of it, whichever direction you guys prefer to have it. Anyways, with that all done, we're going to go ahead and now move back to our mouse turret here that's located on the back. Now for this, pretty simple. To get it started, we're going to be going ahead and going to our we're going to go and basically count back. So we have this sandstone stair here. We're going to go and count 1, 2, and 3. And our 4th block toward the back, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block on top of it. And we want to make sure we kind of bring it over 1. So it's stuff like this. We have 2 blocks of space here. So it's best to go from the second stair here from the middle and then basically go 4 blocks back. From this smooth sandstone block, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and 4 more blocks over the side. So you have a row of 5 there. Coming off the front of it, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a row of 3 of sandstone upside down stairs, followed by a sandstone upside down corner stair here to both sides, like that. With that done, we want to go and then place down a sandstone top slab that will be coming off the center stair, just like this. Once that's done, coming out to the sides here, we'll be placing down a sandstone upside down stair coming off of this smooth sandstone block, and then a sandstone top slab like this in the corner, in between this sandstone upside down corner stair and block, like that. When that's all done there, we want to go ahead and work our way back. So we're going to be going ahead and taking our sandstone upside down stairs, and we're going to be placing down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 sandstone upside down stairs back. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And at this point here, you can choose to also go ahead and fill in the space here in the inside here with smooth sandstone. You don't really need to. You can leave it open if you want to do a little bit of an interior for the turret, but we're just going to fill it in to make it nice and closed off. Now in the back section here, we're just going to take our sandstone stairs, place down a row of 7 of upside down stairs across. The ones on the sides here are going to be corner stairs, and then we're just going to take sandstone top slabs and place down a row of 7 of sandstone top slabs like that across as well, so we get a nice basis here for our turret, which looks something like this. It's quite large, yes, but it will be what our mouse turret is going to be basically sitting on and all that stuff. So with that done, what's basically left for us to do is the center here and all the detailing here for buttons. So to go ahead and kind of get started here with doing the detail and stuff around this area, we're going to be going ahead and placing down an iron bar, which is going to go ahead and go on top of the skeleton skull. Now, from the previous layer, I did forget to include that we do want to place our skeleton skulls up here on both sides and run across in between the skeleton skulls like that for this little ladder on the back here. But basically on top of the skeleton skull here, we're going to place down an iron bar and then one more floor like that to connect up to the build. Now when that's done, we're going to take stone buttons and we're going to go and do a full row, or basically a full outline of stone buttons all the way around this center section here of the rat. So going all the way around here, just like this, all for detailing here. We then want to go ahead and focus our attention now to the mouse turret. So going ahead and running from this, we're going to place down 2 stone buttons like this toward the back, and then a row of 2 right here, right next to them. We're going to go and skip a space from the stone button, place down a stone button, skip a space, stone button, skip a space, and stone button, and then going back from this one, we're going to place down one more like this here, something looks like this on the back here. Going to this back section here, we're going to go and do the same thing. So come off this top slab, 1 and 2 stone buttons, skip a space, stone button, skip a space, stone button, skip a space, stone button, and then one more forward like that for the details there for the stone buttons. And that's just all detailing there and all that stuff. So that's out of the way, and now we can just focus our attention here to all the details for the vents and stuff over the engine compartment and all that stuff for the build. Now for this, real simple, we're just going to take rails and we're going to place down rails, a row of 3 of rails on top of the middle nether brick blocks here. Just like this, going all the way down here like this. And then for these circular vents, very simple, we're going to place down a daylight sensor in the middle, stone brick slabs around them, and then at 45-degree angles. We're going to place down some skeleton skulls here in the corners just to kind of complete the rounded look all the way around there. And we're going to do the same thing up here. So just like this all the way around. And our skeleton skulls in the corners. And we have that complete. And then in the middle, lastly, we're just going to place down an iron bar on top of this cobblestone wall, and then one more over on top of this iron bar like that for the rails there for the ladder going up. And with that all complete, that is going to wrap up layer 12. You're going to take what we do over here on the right side. I know it's a lot, but you're going to take what we do over here on the right side, flip it over to the left side, and you'll have everything complete for layer number 12. Anyways, that's going to do it for layer 12. Let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer number 13. Alright guys, so real quick before we go ahead and move into what would be layer 13, I want to go ahead and make a few corrections, a few additions and stuff like that to what we already have. So that's going to be starting off with going up to the front here. On top of these cobblestone walls here for the front headlights, we actually want to go ahead and place down 2 iron trapdoors like that on top. Pretty simple miss, just going to put those on, real simple addition. We're going to go ahead and now focus our attention back here onto our Flak 38s. Now, we want to go ahead and actually make a quick addition or a quick, substitution of block choices here. Now, from the stair, we're actually going to go ahead and go one cobblestone wall back like this, and we're going to go ahead and then delete the stair. On the side of the cobblestone wall, basically toward this oak wood slab, we're going to be placing down a wooden sign like this, which will basically bring this over, or basically allow us to have our seat here. And we're going to be doing the same thing over here. This was kind of using an older design of Flak 38 that I forgot to swap out. So I'm, transferring over the new one and making sure that we use that from now on. Anyways, that right there is going to correct our changes. We'll be doing the same thing over here, and obviously this one's going to be a bit different in structuring and stuff like that, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Anyways, that's all we need to do to wrap this up, those little corrections. Let's move on to layer 13. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer 13. For layer 13, to go ahead and get started, we'll be doing a very similar thing to what we did before. We're going to start off by taking sandstone slabs, and on top of this smooth sandstone block over here on the right side, we're going to be placing a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 sandstone slabs across, like that, in line with those 5 sandstone stairs. We then want to skip a space of 5 blocks. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 quartz slabs, an air brick slab, 2 quartz blocks, and they should be in line here with these quartz stairs, kind of mimicking the same design up there. And then from this quartz slab, we're just going to place down 4 sandstone slabs over to the side. Now behind this row is where it gets a little bit, different. We're going to be placing down a sandstone stair, like this. If it's back toward the middle, we're going to place down a row of 5 of sandstone stairs, smooth sandstone blocks, followed by a row of 3 of black wool. We then want to place down a sandstone block, a row of 5 of black wool, and then a row of 3 of smooth sandstone blocks, and then a sandstone stair here on the end. So basically you get something that looks just like this for the front here. Now when that's done, we're going to go ahead and then take smooth sandstone, go into this row of 3 of black wool. We're going to go ahead and go to the center block, place down 1, 2, and 3 smooth sandstone blocks coming off of it. From this point here on the first 2 smooth sandstone blocks coming off the black wool, we're going to place down wooden trapdoors here on both sides. And then we want to take a wooden sign here and place down a wooden sign on both sides of this 3rd smooth sandstone block out like that. From that point here, we'll be going ahead and then taking cobblestone walls, and we're placing down a row of what is going to be 8 cobblestone walls coming off this to make a cannon here that's located in the hall. So we're going to go and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 cobblestone walls off that smooth sandstone block there to go ahead and make this front kind of hull-locked gun there, like that. And once that's done, that's going to pretty much do it there for that front section. Now, working our way to the sides now, we're going to go ahead and go to the sandstone stair, and we're going to place down a row of sandstone stairs back. So we have 1, so after the stair we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. We're going to go then place down a upside down sandstone stair, and then we want to take our sandstone stairs again and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 sandstone stairs back, 7, and then a sandstone slab. Now going back up to this section here, we're just going to take a iron bar and place down an iron bar, come off these 2 stairs like that off the front there. When we get back to this section back here, we're going to go ahead and go to these sandstone slabs here, or these smooth sandstone blocks. We're going to place down sandstone slabs on top of them like this. So you have a row, kind of a diagonal line here of 4 sandstone slabs. Now behind these slabs, we're going to be wanting to place down a row of 3 diagonal line of smooth sandstone blocks. So just like that going across. And once we get to this section here, we're just going to place down a row of sandstone stairs. That's going to go across. It should be about a row of 11 going all the way across here and closing off the back side. And you're just going to go ahead and take the same design, obviously do it over on the air side as well. Pretty straightforward there. Now once that's all complete, we want to go ahead and now focus our attention to these iron bar or the rails here that go around the front. And this is real simple. We're just going to take the design we did here in the previous layer, so these iron bars, and we're just going to go ahead and basically lift it up basically copy it up one more. So it's going to be the same thing, and I'll just kind of show you an example here. We're just taking the same thing we did right here previously and just copying it up one. So just like this, and like this all the way around here. As you can see, it's the same rail design from the previous layer, just going up one more. So go ahead and focus your attention now at this, lift this up one more, and you'll have your arm bars or your rails that go across here, and I'll be back in a sec once we have that completed. Alright guys, so as you can see, I went ahead and stacked the rails up one, and you can see we have pretty straightforward design going all the way across here. The only difference is when you come back here to this section here, since we don't have a stone button in this space, you can place down a wooden sign here on the end. And we also want to go ahead and take wooden signs and make sure that they're on the sides of these birchwood fence posts as well, as I forgot to do in the previous layer, but go ahead and just do them now. Pretty easy fix there. Anyways, once that's done, we're going to now focus our attention to our Flak 38 and build this up. So for our Flak 38, from this point here, we want to go ahead and place down a anvil, which is going to be on top of this smooth sandstone block here. So we're just going to place down an anvil like this, and we want to place down a wooden sign on the front of the anvil. Going back from the anvil itself, we're going to be placing down a smooth sandstone block, followed by a sandstone upside down stair. After that's done, we want to go ahead and then place down a birchwood fence gate coming off this stair, so just like this, and then we want to place down a oakwood top slab like that to finish that off. When that's done, we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves a wooden trapdoor, and to both sides here on top of these cobblestone walls, we're going to be placing down a wooden trapdoor like this for the seats here for the reloaders, and this can be going here on both sides like that for those seats. When that's all done, we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves a anvil. We're going to place down an anvil on both sides of this sandstone upside down stair, and then coming off of it and going toward the front, we're going to place down a sandstone upside down stair on both sides, and then coming off of that, we're going to go ahead and take our end rods and also our wither skeleton skulls. We're going to go ahead and place down two placer blocks of wither skeleton skulls, same thing over here, like this. We can delete these two blocks, and then behind these wither skeleton skulls, we can place down two end rods just like that for the bottom barrels here in the quad mount. We also want to go ahead and grab ourselves a item frame, and we also want to get some cobwebs. And we're going to go ahead and go to the sides here of this anvil up front, and we're going to be placing down an item frame and a cobweb in the item frame on both sides of the anvil, like that for detail there up in the front. And with that done, that will do it for your Flak 38 gun there for this layer. Let's go ahead and now focus our attention to the mouse turret. So for the mouse turret, really straightforward. We're going to be going ahead and taking our smooth sandstone, placing down a row of 5 here across these 5 upside down stairs. From this point here, you want to go ahead and then grab yourself a sandstone slab and place down a sandstone slab to both ends like this. In the middle here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some polished andesite. We're going to be placing down a row of 1, 2 of polished andesite going out like this. And we then want to grab ourselves some cobblestone walls and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and actually 7 cobblestone walls going out like that for the barrel there for the gun. On both sides of the polished andesite block here, we're going to place down 2 cobblestone walls to both sides like this. And we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a skeleton skull, and over here on the left side of this polished andesite block, we're going to place down a skeleton skull. On the other side, however, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oakwood fence gate and also some end rods. We're going to place down a dark oakwood fence gate coming off this first cobblestone wall over here on the right side. We then want to go ahead and place down a row 2 of end rods coming off of it like this for the smaller caliber gun here that's located in the turret as well. When that's done, we're going to go to the side here. We're going to take sandstone slabs and run this pretty much all the way to the back here along the side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 toward the back. And same thing over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. When that's done, we're going to go ahead and then take our sandstone, smooth sandstone blocks, and place down a row of 3 of smooth sandstone blocks like this. Then we're going to go ahead and then place down a sandstone slab. Now behind the sandstone slab, we're going to go ahead and place down a black wool block. and then we can go ahead and go back to our smooth sandstone blocks and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 back. Over here, same thing, 1, 2, 3, a sandstone slab, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 smooth sandstone blocks back, and then a black wool block there in the middle. And then across the back here, we're just going to go ahead and place down a smooth sandstone block here on both sides, and then we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a birchwood plank, place it down here in the middle, and a stone button coming off of it like that for the back here of the turret, or the little door that would be able to open up and dispose of ammunition. And the center space here of the turret, you can just go ahead and fill this in with some smooth sandstone if you want to, or just leave it open, whatever you guys want to do here. But basically you want something that looks like this for your mouse turret. You're going to obviously do the same thing over to the other side, as well as everything that we did over here on the right side over to the left side. And once you have that all complete, that is going to do it for layer number 13. As you can see, we have pretty good portion here going so far, making some progress for sure. Let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer 14. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer, we have layer number 14. For layer 14, we'll be going ahead and starting off with the front here like we've been doing, basically building the front all the way across here and then working our way to the sides and all that fun stuff. Anyways, for us to go ahead and get started with here, we'll be going ahead and taking our sandstone stairs. We're going to go ahead and place it down kind of above this space, so coming off this second sandstone stair up at an angle facing toward the front there like this, kind of behind this first smooth sandstone block like so. We then want to place down 1 and 2 more stairs over, followed by a sandstone corner stair like this. So you have 4 stairs in total here. We then want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 smooth sandstone full blocks, followed by a quartz corner stair, a quartz stair, narrow brick stair, 2 quartz stairs, and then 3 sandstone stairs to carry us off to the side here like so. From this point here, we're going to go to the 5 smooth sandstone blocks here, place down a narrow row of 5 of smooth sandstone blocks going across here, should go on top of the, or across the top here, these black wool blocks. And then we're going to place down a sandstone top side, come off this middle sandstone block, and then a sandstone upside down stair to both sides, like that, to go ahead and kind of create this, cover or mount here around the turret. When that's all done, we're going to go ahead and then take some wooden trapdoors, and we're just going to place down 2 wooden trapdoors on top of those 2 smooth sandstone blocks that we can place down those iron trapdoors on top of. When that's done, we want to go ahead and go basically to our next row back from these stairs. We're going to go ahead and start from the right side here. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 smooth sandstone blocks over, followed by 1, 2 quartz blocks, a black wool block, 2 quartz blocks, a sandstone, and we're having a row of sandstone on the side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9 smooth sandstone blocks over to the side there. And I'll do it here for the front. When that's done, we're going to now go ahead and focus our way to the sides here. So for the sides, we're going to go and take our smooth sandstone blocks, go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 blocks back. So let me just go ahead and get a double count here because I was a little bit messy on placement there, and it should be 13 smooth sandstone blocks in total here. When that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a sandstone upside down stair in this spot here, and underneath this sandstone stair, we will need to place down a smooth sandstone block to close that off from the bottom there. We're then going to go ahead and take some iron bars, and we're going to place down an iron bar on top of these ones right here, and then one more that goes in toward the vehicle, like so. We also want to place down a wooden trapdoor on top of this stair, like so. When that's done, coming off this sandstone stair, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 sandstone blocks over like this. And then on top of these 3 smooth sandstone blocks, we're going to be placing down a sandstone half slab on top of them. And then behind them, like we did before, we're going to place down a diagonal line of smooth sandstone blocks here behind them like that to create this sloping effect here for the armor in the corner. We then just want to take our smooth sandstone blocks here, place down a row that's going to go all the way across here, and this should be about a row of 11 if I remember correctly. And this will go all the way across here. So you want to go ahead and take the same design that we did all around this side here and wrap it around to the other side. If you need a sec here, go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and throw that all on and basically wrap it around. And then when we have that all wrapped around here, we're going to go ahead and just want to fill in this entire space with smooth sandstone. I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera, as obviously it's a lot of fill-in work, but we do want to fill this whole space in. So I'm going to go and do this real quick, and I'll see you guys in a second when we have this all filled in. And just like that, I have this all filled in. As you can see, it creates a nice base here, and this is where we're going to be building our turret on top of when we get into our next layers. Anyways, going ahead and focusing back here, we do have the mouse turret and the Flak 38 to still worry about, so let's go ahead and get to work on these. Now for this section here, to go ahead and get started with, on top of these sandstone stairs, we're going to place down a sandstone stair like this. We then want to go and do the same thing we did before with the placeholder blocks coming off the sandstone stairs with the wither skeleton skulls on the end. And then delete these blocks here and in its place placing down 2 iron bars or end rods like that to both sides. With that done, we want to go and then grab ourselves nether brick top slabs. And one thing I forgot to do in the previous layer was actually place down a nether brick top slab coming off of this sandstone upside down stairs, so make sure you do that to both sides. And also, we're going to place down a nether brick top slab coming off the side here of this sandstone stair up there. With that done, we're going to go ahead and go back from this, and we're going to go to the middle sandstone upside down stair there, place down a sandstone stair on top of it, and then on top of these anvils here, on both sides, we're going to be placing down a anvil on top of that. We also want to go ahead and grab ourselves wither skeleton skulls, and we want to place down wither skeleton skulls on the backs here of these anvils. Again, something I forgot to do in the previous layer as well. So once that's all done, we were going to go ahead and go back to this section here and come off the back of the stair to place down a sandstone upside down stair. We then want to go ahead and place down a wooden trapdoor on this oak top slab, and we're going to go ahead and open it up toward the back there for a seat there. One thing we also want to do is on the right side here, so where this is, we're going to delete this wither skeleton skull and instead place down a skeleton skull here for a little gear to turn it and aim the gun coming off the side of this sandstone stair there. With that all done there, I believe that's everything we have for this layer, and it does look like that's everything for the Flak 38 there, so once we have that done, we have our Flak 38 good to go over there on the sides. Anyways, with that finished off there, we're going to go ahead and now focus our attention to the moss turret, which again is pretty simple. So for this to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a sandstone slab on top of this polished andesite block here. We then want to place down a sandstone block behind it, and then a sandstone stair to both sides like that. When that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a skeleton skull here in the corners. That's going to be at a slight angle, so about a 30-degree angle here on both sides. And then going back from the skeleton skulls themselves, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 sandstones, or sorry, my bad, just 8 sandstone slabs back, and same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 back like that. With that done, in the middle space here, we're going to go ahead and place down rows of 3 of smooth sandstone cross. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then our fourth one here, it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to go ahead and place down a cobblestone wall here in the middle, and smooth sandstone block to both sides. We then want to do 2 more rows of 3 of smooth sandstone across. So we have 1, 2, narrow cobblestone wall here in the middle, smooth sandstone block on both sides, and a row 3 of smooth sandstone across with a row 3 of cobblestone walls across. And that right there will do it for your mouse turret, and you'll be obviously taking that design, putting it over in the other side, and you guys will be good to go. Anyways, that right there is going to do it for layer number 14 of the build. With that, let's go ahead and move on to layer number 15. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer 15. Layer 15 is where we're going to go ahead and start to get into the turret, the main turret itself, and gain the turret ring and all that stuff kind of built up and everything like that. So for us to go ahead and dive into it, the best way to start this is by going ahead and going to the front here. Now we're going to go and find our center points in our vehicles. We have this row of blocks here and all that stuff, and our center line here is going to be this smooth sandstone block right after this quartz slabs around top of it, and then we just want to place down 2 sandstone slabs on both sides, so you have a nice row of 5 there across in the middle block. In this row of 5, so the third block here is going to be the center line. Now we then want to go ahead and take some stone buttons. We're going to go ahead and skip a space from the stone slabs, place down a stone button on this smooth sandstone block, skip another space, another stone button, like that. Again, pretty basic, straightforward little details there. With that done, we can go ahead and basically move into this. So for us to go ahead and get started with this, we want to go ahead and take our sandstone top slabs, or smooth sandstone blocks, and we're going to start with this. So we have the turret ring, which kind of runs around here, which is what we're trying to recreate. So we're going to go ahead and go back from the sandstone slab here. We're going to place down a smooth sandstone block. We're going to go out to the side 1, 2, 3, and 4 blocks. When that's done, we want to go and then take our sandstone top slabs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 sandstone top slabs. Or sorry, my bad, just 3 sandstone top slabs to the side there like that. Our next row back, we're going to be going ahead and taking smooth sandstone blocks again. We have our center block here. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks to the side now. And then 2 sandstone top slabs out to the side. With that finished there, we're going to be going ahead and going to our next row back. Our next row back, we're going to go ahead in the middle line. So again, our middle point is right here. We're going to place down a polished andesite block, followed by 1 to the side. We then want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 smooth sandstone blocks to the side, and then a sandstone top slab like that. Our next row here, we're going to go to this first smooth sandstone block, place down a polished andesite block back, and then 1 polished andesite block to the side, followed by 1, 2, 3, and 4 smooth sandstone blocks to the side. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and go to this first smooth sandstone block here, polished andesite block back, and then 1, 2, and 3 smooth sandstone blocks out to the side. And coming off these 2 smooth sandstone blocks and these 2 blocks here on the bottom, we're going to place down 2 stone buttons right there on top of them, just like that. With that done, our next row here, we're going to go ahead and go off this polished andesite or smooth sandstone block. We're going to place down a polished andesite block here, followed by 1 and 2 smooth sandstone blocks out to the side, and then a sandstone slab. And we're going to go and do the same thing again. So 1 block back from this one, 2 smooth sandstone blocks to the side, and sandstone slab. Our next row here, we're going to go ahead and place down a polished andesite block coming off this one right here. And we then want to go ahead and place down a smooth sandstone block and then another sandstone slab. After that, again, going back from this polished andesite block, we're going to go ahead and repeat this 2 more times. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. So you have a row of 5 here of sandstone slabs on the side there like that. Now from this point here, we want to go ahead and then take our smooth sandstone blocks, and we're going to go ahead and place down a smooth sandstone block on this polished andesite block, and then 1 polished andesite block over like this. We're going to place down a smooth sandstone block here to the side, and then a stone button like so. And we want to go ahead and basically do the same thing again. So polished andesite block, 2 smooth sandstone blocks, and then a stone button there to the side. With that done, our next row here, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a polished andesite block diagonal from this one, 1, 2 smooth sandstone blocks over, and then a sandstone top slab. For this, we're going to go ahead and go off of this polished andesite block. We want to go ahead and go at an angle, place down a polished andesite block like this, followed by a second one, and then coming off this one toward the side, we're going to go 1 and 2 blocks over, and then 2 sandstone top slabs to the side there. Again, our next row here, we're going to go ahead and place down a polished andesite block, which will be in the center here, 1 out to the side, so this will be a row of 3. We're going to go ahead and take our smooth sandstone, place down 1, 2, and 3 over like this, followed by 1, 2, and 3 sandstone top slabs. Our last row here, we just want to go ahead and place down a smooth sandstone block come off our center block. So the center block here in this polished andesite one, we're going to go out to the side 1, 2, and 3 blocks, and then we're just going to go ahead and place down our sandstone top slabs. Actually, shine my bed, it's going to be 2 blocks to the side, and then we're going to have a row of 5 of sandstone top slabs to the side. From this point here, we're just going to be taking sandstone top slabs, and we're going to place down a couple good long rows all the way across here of sandstone top slabs. So this right here is going to be a total of 8 rows going all the way across here. And to give you a count of how long these rows are, they are quite long, basically coming in at 15 blocks long. So we're going to have 8 rows of 15 of sandstone top slabs, which will go all the way across. Obviously, you may only want to do a row of 8 going from your center line out, as you'll be copying what we did over here on this side over to the air side. But there will be 8 rows of 15 here going all the way across. So we have 4 so far. We have 4 more to go. And all the way across here, like so. And I believe 1 more row, just like that. Now once that's done, we want to go ahead and go back and find our center point, which will be located right here. Now from this, we're going to go ahead and place down 1 sandstone top slab back, and then we want to go ahead and go 5 out to your side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to go ahead and go to the center block again, place down 1 more sandstone top slab back, and then 2 out to both sides, just like that, to kind of round off, or kind of give a little more shaping curvature to the rear of the turret. With that all complete, that is the turret pretty much wrapped up. We do have a few little things here. Actually, we don't have anything to do. The one thing only being a wooden trapdoor on top of this sandstone upside down stair right there. But anyways, that's the turret there for this layer. As you can see, it's a nice basis, and you do have this good space inside here if you do want to do an interior. So you can just go ahead and punch this through, and you get yourself a nice kind of area here to work with for building a turret interior if you guys want to do interior for this. Once that's all done, we're going to be going ahead and moving back to this flak gun and going ahead and continue to build it up. So for this, real simply, we're going to go ahead and place down a sandstone slab that's going to go ahead and go on top of the anvil over here to the left. And then going ahead and going up from it, we want to go ahead and place down a sandstone top slab. So it's going to go up top slab like this, and then we're going to grab our wither skeleton skull and place down one coming off of it to the side like so. And with that done, that'll be pretty much the top of the gun there, and that'll wrap up your Flak 38s. Last thing for us to do is to go ahead and do the top details for the mouse turrets. So real simple to do. We're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and go to this section here, this first kind of cobblestone wall here. We're going to place down a skeleton skull here on both sides of it. So just like this on top here. We're then going to place down a pressure plate behind it or hatches, and then we just want to go ahead and place down 2 stone buttons here on the rear there to go ahead and kind of wrap it up and finish off the detailing for it. Like I said, pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and that right there will complete the mouse turrets. And with that will wrap up layer 15, and with that we can go ahead and move into our next layer, layer 16. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer 16. For layer 16 to go ahead and get started with here, we'll be going ahead and going to the front of the turret. We're going to go ahead and find our center spot, which is going to be located right here. And on top of that smooth sandstone block there in the center, we're going to place down a sandstone stair. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the side, 1, 2, 3, and 4 stairs. So it's going to end right here on top of this smooth sandstone block. Going back from this, we're going to go and place down a sandstone stair that goes back like so. So you have the sandstone corner stair like so. We then want to take black wool. We're going to place down a black wool block behind the sandstone stair and then one over like so. Going ahead and coming off the front of this stair, we're going to place down another sandstone stair and then a corner stair coming off the stair like so. And it might be a little bit tricky to place these as they can be a little bit tricky there, but you want to have a corner stair here and then 2 stairs out to the side there like that for the front here. And obviously you'll be doing the same thing on the other side here, and this to get us started here on the guns themselves. Anyways, with that all complete there, we're going to go ahead and then take our sandstone or smooth sandstone blocks, going back from the stair. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 smooth sandstone blocks back, followed by a sandstone upside down stair, and then one more smooth sandstone block back. We're going to go and go to both sides of the smooth sandstone blocks on both sides of the sandstone stair, place down a iron bar like this for the handrails here for this ladder up. After that's done, we're going to then take our smooth sandstone, go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back to the sandstone top side here, should be a row about 11. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and basically follow the outline here. So on top of these sandstone top slabs, the outline, we're just going to go all the way around here like this. And what we did over here on the right side of the turret, we're going to do over to the left side of the turret as well. That's probably our easiest layer, really. With layer 16 out of the way, that's everything we have to do. Back's all done, and all the details and stuff back there are pretty much good to go. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer 17. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer 17. For layer 17, we're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and again go into our middle stair right here. We're going to go ahead and go up and back, place down a smooth sandstone block like this, and then we want to go ahead and go 3 blocks out to the side. So 1, 2, and 3, so we get a row 7. And actually one thing that is slightly different here is what we have here on both sides. Now we have these little doors here, or hatches or something like that, that would open up for the gunners. Not exactly sure exactly what they're for, but they were present in some renders I saw for the rat, so I decided to include them. And real simply to add it, we're going to go ahead and go to the right side of the turret, right side only, and we're going to place the second and third from the side, both smooth sandstone blocks with 2 birchwood planks, place down 2 stone buttons on them, and then a wooden sign here to the side. And that's only going to be to the one side. You're going to leave the left side alone like that. Anyways, once that's done there, we're going to go and grab our quartz blocks. We're going to place down a row of 1 and 2 over, and then 2 on top of these black wood blocks here. We then want to place down 2 rows of 2 going forward. After that, we're going to place down 2 quartz upside down stairs, back to back, and then a second 2 quartz stairs going back to back. From this point here, we're going to take sandstone stairs. We're going to place down 2 sandstone stairs back to back like this, and then we're going to do the same thing again, 2 sandstone stairs, again, back to back like this. And we want to go and do this a total of 3 more times. So we have 1, 2, and 3 like that. Once that's done, we're going to take sandstone top slabs. We're going to place down a row of 2 sandstone top slabs, and we want to go ahead and go a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Forwards, we have 1 section already, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and actually 9. So you can set the looks just like that there for the barrels of your guns. After that's done, we're going to go to the quartz blocks here, place down 1 and 2, smooth sandstone blocks over, and then we're going to go ahead and run along the sides here. So basically following the outline from our previous layer, we're just going to go ahead and go on top of the smooth sandstone blocks and follow our line all the way around. So just like this, we get to our ladder here. We're just going to place down a sandstone upside down stair right here again. Smooth sandstone block, and again a iron bar. Actually, we're not going to do that yet. We're going to leave that for us. We're going to leave that alone there for a second. We're just going to take the smooth sandstone blocks and follow the outline of our turret all the way around, like so. Now, once we get to this point here, we'll be going ahead and now inserting this kind of catwalk that runs around the entirety of the turret. So for this to go ahead and get started with, we'll be going ahead and go into this iron bar here. On top of it, we're going to place down a sandstone upside down stair. Come off the stair, go into the side, we're going to place down a wooden trapdoor, and note the wooden trapdoor is on the top portion of the block and not on the bottom there, like that. You want to make sure it's like this. Once that's done, come off this sandstone upside down stair to place down 2 sandstone top slabs going toward the front. After that's done, we're going to go and place down an iron trapdoor or wooden trapdoor coming off this one right here. And then we want to place down a sandstone upside down stair on top of this iron trapdoor, and then a sandstone top side to the side here. And to go ahead and start our catwalk, we're going to have an alternating pattern here of 2 wooden trapdoors, 2 wooden trapdoors, and then 2 sandstone top slabs. We're going to go and do this a total of 2 more times. So 2 wooden trapdoors, 2 wooden trapdoors, 2 sandstone top slabs, one more time, 2 wooden trapdoors, 2 wooden trapdoors, and 2 sandstone top slabs. Now when we get to this section here, we're going to go and place down a row of 2 of wooden trapdoors like this. We then want to place down a sandstone top slab coming off, or 2 sandstone top slabs coming off those 2 wooden trapdoors. And then we want to go ahead and go behind the sandstone top slab here, and we're going to place down a wooden trapdoor here. And then we're going to place down 1 wooden trapdoor coming off this one, and then 1 over to the side there, like so. Our next section here, coming off this wooden trapdoor, we're going to place down a sandstone top slab. We then want to go ahead and take sandstone top slabs, place down 1 and 2 in this space here. And then come off those 2 sandstone top slabs, we're going to place down a wooden trapdoor. When that's done there, we're going to go ahead and place down a wooden trapdoor coming off this one, followed by a second one, so you have something that looks like that. After that, we're going to go and take our sandstone top slabs, place down 1 and 2 sandstone top slabs, followed by 1 over to the side there like that. Coming off this sandstone top slab, we're going to place down a wooden trapdoor, followed by 1 more to the side, and then we want to go ahead and connect this up to the body. We'll place down 2 more wooden trapdoors. And then coming out to this portion here, we're going to place down a row of 2 of sandstone top slabs out, 1 over to the side, and then we're going to go and take wooden trapdoors, place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 like this to form an L. And in the middle space here, come off the middle smooth sandstone block, we're going to have 3 sandstone top slabs that go back like that. You're going to take the same design here for this catwalk. As you can see, here's a little bit of an aerial view of it, and you're going to be going ahead and wrap it around all the way, and this will run all the way around the turret like so. And once you guys have that all complete, that will wrap up layer number 17, and with that, let's go ahead and move into layer number 18. Alright guys, real quick before we go ahead and move into layer 18, one thing that I accidentally did was I accidentally copied from a little bit inwards and not actually from the total length of the barrel, so we do need to add on to these barrels a little bit. Real simple, we're just going to be placing down basically 7 rows of 2 of sandstone top slabs off of what we already had. So we'll get basically something that looks like this. And now in length, sandstone top slab wise, we should have a total of 16 sandstone top slabs in this length here. So again, we're going to go over here, do a row of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And it'll be the same length there on both sides. So make sure you just go and make that quick addition. I do apologize for messing it up. Real simple fix though. Anyways, let's go and move into our next layer, layer 18. Alright guys, going ahead and move into our next layer. We have layer number 18. For layer 18 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and go to our center smooth sandstone block and place down a sandstone stair on top of it. We then want to take our birchwood stairs and going to the left side here, we're going to place down 2 birchwood stairs, a sandstone stair, and then a wooden sign coming off the front of the sandstone stair. And that's all we're going to do over for the left side, as we do have a little bit of difference here of what we do on the left side over compared to the right side. Over here on the right side, we're going to go ahead and go off of this birchwood plank, go up, place down a birchwood upside down stair, and then we're going to place down a birchwood plank here, come off the stair like that, followed by a what is going to be a sandstone stair here to the side with a wooden trap or wooden sign come off of it like that. So you can see here we have a difference here on both sides. Also behind the stair, just to close it off, we can go ahead and place down a black wool block, but if you do have an interior, you can need that open or something like that. Anyways, with that all complete, we're going to go and go from the sandstone stair, place down 2 quartz blocks to the side here. We then want to place down 2 rows of 2 going back like so. Going ahead and go into the front, we're going to place down 2 rows of 2 of quartz blocks like this. And then we want to place down 2 sets of quartz stairs back to back. We're going to do the same thing here, so a row of 5 of sandstone stairs, and basically 5 sets of 2 of stairs back to back. And we're going to basically just follow our sandstone top slabs and place down sandstone slabs on top of them all the way down the gun barrel like this until we get to the very end, like so. And then we have our gun barrels here on the ends like that. Anyways, after that's done there, we're going to go ahead and now go to the sides here. We're going to go ahead and place down a sandstone stair right here to the side of this quartz block, and we're going to go ahead and take our smooth sandstone and place down 2 blocks back behind it. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and go to the side here. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some sandstone slabs. We're going to place down 1 and 2 sandstone slabs like that on the side there. And then taking our sandstone stairs, we're going to go ahead and run a line of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 sandstone stairs back like so. Once we have that all finished there, we're going to go ahead and place down a sandstone upside down stair on top of this one right here. And then we just want to continue a row of sandstone stairs going back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 back. From this point here, we're just going to go ahead and follow our outline. Actually, it's going to be 11 stairs, so my bad. And for this, we're just going to go ahead and follow our outline here for the turret itself. So like that going around there. And in the corner spaces here, so across the back, these 3 smooth sandstone blocks, this row of 5, there's going to be a row of 3 of cobblestone walls. Cobblestone wall here in the corner, and one right there like that, just kind of help with the shaping of the turret a little bit more. Going around, we could actually go ahead and place down a second cobblestone wall here on both sides. That would actually work out just fine there. So kind of creates a little bit of a, nicer kind of slant going all the way across there. Anyways, with that all complete, we're going to go and now focus our attention to the rails here that go around the turret. And basically around these catwalks. So yeah, it's going to be, basically doing a lot of the same thing. So we're going to be going ahead and placing down birchwood fence posts on all these sandstone top slabs on the outside here. And same thing going around here at this point, going all the way around here, just like that. So on the very sandstone top slabs all the way on the outsides here, we're just going to be placing down birchwood fence posts. Now to start off with our first fence post here, we're going to place down a end rod connecting up to the sandstone stair there. And then we're going to take wooden signs, wrap around the sides here. And then we just want to go ahead and go to the side, 1 and 2. And then again, wooden signs on both sides of this fence post. So right here and right here. And 2 end rods. We're going to go ahead and repeat this all the way till we get back here to this point. So again, 2 end rods, 2 end rods. And this last one right here, we're just going to have 1 end rod. But we want to go ahead and go to these birchwood fence posts. And again, place down wooden signs here on the insides. And also the outsides. So like this across, like that. And then from this point here, we want to go ahead and then take a wooden trapdoor. And in the space that's right here, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a wooden trapdoor, and it's going to be on the top portion of the block. So it's going to look something like this, like that. And with that done, we're going to go take wooden signs and place wooden signs around the sides here of this birchwood fence post here, and we can actually do 3 sides this time, so like that. And we're going to go ahead and do basically the same thing for this fence post here, wrap signs around it, all except this side right here. Now coming off this side, we're going to go ahead and then place down a end rod. We then want to go to this fence post here, do the same thing, wrap signs around these 3 sides, and then we're just going to place down an end rod over like so. And then again, coming to this fence post here, we're going to go ahead and just take signs, and we're going to wrap around these 3 sides. 1, 2, and 3. And then we just want to place down 1 and 2 end rods over. And then we're going to have our birchwood fence post here in the middle. And on both sides of the fence post, we're placing down a wooden sign like that to go ahead and kind of wrap that up there. And you're just going to go ahead and take what we did over here on the right side, do it over here on the left side. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Trying to think if there's anything I'm forgetting, and I don't believe there is. So from this point here, we're pretty much good to go. That's all we have for layer 18. With that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer 19. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 19. For layer 19, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to be going ahead and go into the front here. We have our middle sandstone stair here. We're going to go up and back 1 sandstone stair like this, and a smooth sandstone block right behind it. Now over here to the left side, we're going to place down a birchwood stair, and then a birchwood upside down stair like so. Sandstone stair with a wooden sign coming off the front of it. Over here on this side, a bit different. We're just going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, and 3 sandstone stairs over here to the right side. So you can see here, the doors look something like this. They're a little bit off from each other, and that's how we want them. With that done, we're going to go ahead and go behind these blocks, and we're going to place down a row of 7 here of sandstone, smooth sandstone blocks. We then want to go ahead and go back and kind of at an angle, place down a black wool block, followed by a second one. After that's done, coming off the black wool block here, we're going to place down a sandstone stair, followed by a second one forward, and then a sandstone corner stair like that to go ahead and wrap that up. And we have basically this section here for the guns. With that done there, I'm going to make one quick addition as well. I'm going to go ahead and grab myself some quartz slabs here, and I'm going to go ahead and place down a row of 2 here, or 2 rows of 2 here of quartz slabs, just to kind of help a little bit with the guns, make them look a little bit kind of smoother there and go into the inside. And I'm also going to place down 2 rows of 2 here of iron trapdoors. And this is a little addition I'm just doing here, as it kind of creates a better flow, I think, in my opinion. Anyways, with that done there, we're going to go now work our way to the sides here. We're going to place down a row of 2 of sandstone stairs going back from these 2, followed by a smooth sandstone block. And then coming off the smooth sandstone block, we're going to be placing down a cobblestone wall here to the side like that. Now with that finished, we're going to go ahead and then switch to a sandstone stair. We're going to place down one more sandstone stair, and then we want to place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 smooth sandstone blocks. When that's done, we're going to place down a sandstone upside down stair, and behind or on the bottom here, the sandstone upside down stair, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block like that to close it off from the bottom. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves iron bars, and like we did before, we're going to do an iron bar here, another smooth sandstone block to the side here, and an iron bar like this. We're then going to take our smooth sandstone blocks. We have one right here. We're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 blocks back, so back from the sandstone stair. And we're going to place down another upside down stair here on the end. With that done, next to the stair, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block. And then we want to go ahead and go on top of this cobblestone wall and place down another sandstone upside down stair like that. And could then come up the sandstone upside down stair. We're going to place down a sandstone upside down corner stair like this to the side. And we just want to go ahead and place down a sandstone upside down corner stair as well on the other side here. So you have corner stair like this, and then one like that. Behind this corner stair, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block, followed by a sandstone upside down stair coming off like this. And then we want to place down a row 3 on top of the cobblestone walls here of upside down sandstone stairs to go across there like that for the very back of the turret. With that all done, we're going to go ahead and go up to this front section here of the walkway and the catwalk that goes all the way around. We're going to start off with placing down a birchwood fence post on top of this sandstone stair here. And like we did with the rails going on this level right back here, we're going to be going ahead and basically raising this up one all the way around. So it's going to be the same design, just raised up one. I'm going to go ahead and basically show you guys kind of briefly what I'm talking about here. Again, real straightforward. What we did around all the way around, you're just going to lift this up one more set of blocks all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and basically skip ahead, and once I have this all filled in all the way around, I'll show you guys, and we'll take a look and see what we got. And once you guys have that all done, you have this wraparound that goes all the way around. As you can see, looks the same all the way around, and it's pretty much the same thing we did previously. So you can see it goes all the way around, looks real nice, kind of railings that go all the way around the turret there. And to make one quick adjustment, I'm going to go ahead and delete this sandstone upside down corner stair here on both sides there. So now this platform is fully accessible, so you can walk all the way around it and basically get from one side of the turret to the other. So pretty cool stuff there. It is functional, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And once you have that done over here on the air side as well, you're pretty much good to go. Also on the back here, we're going to go ahead and fill in the space here, a smooth sandstone across, and also we want to go ahead and fill this in across as well. So we just have this all filled in here across, kind of closing this section off a little bit. Anyways, with that all complete, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer 19. And with that, we're going to go move into our next layer, layer number 20. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 20. For layer 20, to go ahead and get started with, we're going to go and find our center point of the turret, which is going to be located right in there. Going ahead and going off of it, we're going to place down a sandstone slab, and at both sides, we're going to go and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like that. We then want to place down a second row, and this is going to be a row of 11 in total of sandstone top slabs. Once that's done, we're going to go and do the same thing with smooth sandstone blocks, so a row 11 of smooth sandstone blocks across. When we get to this point here, we're going to be going ahead and doing a row 9. So it's going to go across like this. And then at this point here, we're going to place down a cobblestone wall like this on the side here. Now, what we want to do next is we want to go ahead and go to the bottom of this cobblestone wall, place down a smooth sandstone block just to close that out from the outside. And this smooth sandstone block that's actually on the sides here is actually going to be replaced with a sandstone stair. So instead, we're going to have a sandstone stair. So this is a row 9 of smooth sandstone stair on both sides, and then a row 9 with cobblestone walls on both sides. After the cobblestone wall, we're going to place down one more smooth sandstone block out to the side, and around this smooth sandstone block, we're going to wrap the cobblestone walls around like so. Once that's done, going ahead and going off of this cobblestone wall here, we're going to place down a sandstone stair, followed by a second one, and then from this point here, we're going to place down a row of 2 of smooth sandstone. We then want to place down a sandstone stair, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 smooth sandstone blocks back. From this point here, we're going to be placing down a row of 11 of smooth sandstone all the way across. And then we want to go and do a second row of 11 as well, all the way across again. Across the back here, we're going to go and place down a sandstone stair in the middle, followed by 1 and 2 sandstone stairs to the side, followed by 1, 2, and 3 sandstone slabs out to either side. We then want to place down a row of 11 of sandstone slabs going across here, and a row of 5 across these 5 sandstone upside down stairs, so you get something that looks like this here for the back. When that's done there, we're going to go ahead and go to the sides here and start working on some of this detail that we have to throw on. So for this, we're going to be going ahead and going to this first smooth sandstone block right here. We're going to place down an end rod coming off of it, followed by a fence post, and then coming off the fence post itself, we're going to place down a birchwood stair like so. And also on the side here of these fence posts, we can be going ahead and putting down signs like this, and we can only do it on the outside here. Over here in this section, we're going to go ahead and place down iron bars that go up, so they're going to go ahead and go on top of the, basically coming off these smooth sandstone blocks, and then on top of these iron bars as well, like so. With that done, we then have this kind of pop out here, which is basically for the kind of sights, or basically the rangefinders here for the gun itself. And for this, we're going to go ahead and skip 2 smooth sandstone blocks back, or sorry, 3 smooth sandstone blocks back from the stairs. So we have 1, 2, our third one here. We're going to place down a smooth sandstone block and go out. We have 1, 2, 3, out like this, or actually, sorry, my bad, 2. We're going to place down a sandstone stair, and then a second stair coming off of it, like so. And that'll be the start there for our scope. We're going to go ahead and just place down 3 rows of 4 of smooth sandstone going back from it. So we have 1, 2, and 3, like that. And that right there will pretty much do it there for your rangefinders. Pretty straightforward design, nothing real fancy going on with that. And obviously you're going to take the same design we did over there on the right side, flip it over the left side, and you guys will be good to go. Anyways, that right there is going to do it for layer number 20. Let's go ahead and move into layer number 21. Alright guys, go ahead and move it into our next layer. We have layer 21. We are almost done with the build, and we are going to be going ahead and putting the top of the turret on. So definitely pretty exciting stuff there, as we are almost there. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into it. So to begin with, we're going to be going ahead and find our center points of this second row 9 here of smooth sandstone with the cobblestone walls on both sides. We're going to go ahead and go to the top of the block there in the middle, place down a wooden trapdoor, and then 2 to both sides. Once that's done, we're going to go back from the center wooden trapdoor, place down a sandstone slab, and then go 4 sandstone slab to both sides, basically make this row 9 across. Again, going from the center sandstone slab right here, we're going to place down a sandstone stair back, place down a sandstone stair to the side, and then a sandstone corner stair following it, followed by 1 and 2 sandstone slabs to the sides. Once that's done, going back from the middle sandstone stair to place down a polished andesite block, followed by 1, 2, 3, and 4 smooth sandstone blocks to the side. Going back from this in the middle here, we're going to place down a row of 3 of polished andesite, and a row of 1, 2, and 3, again, smooth sandstone blocks to the side. We're going to place down a second row of 3 of polished andesite in the middle there, followed by 1 and 2 polished andesite blocks to the side, and then a sandstone upside down stair, again located right there. And one quick fix I want to make right here is that this sandstone stair should actually be a upside down stair, and underneath this stair we should have a smooth sandstone block, and also underneath this stair right here. So just go ahead and make that quick fix and additions, and also on top of these 2 sandstone upside down stairs, we're going to place down wooden trapdoors. Anyways, from this point here, we're going to go and place down a third row of 3 of polished andesite across the middle here, followed by 3 smooth sandstone blocks out to the side. We're going to place down a polished andesite block here in the middle, followed by 1, 2, 3, and 4. Smooth sandstone blocks out to the side like so. Our next row here, we're going to be placing down a solid row of 9 smooth sandstone blocks across. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to place down a second row. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be row 9. We have our third row, fifth row, and a sixth row like this of 9 going back like that. When you get to the back section here, we do have a difference in the way that both sides are structured here. So make sure to pay close attention to kind of what we have going on here. So to start off with, over here on the side, left side, we're going to place down let's go ahead and start with the right side. It'll be a little bit easier. We're going to start off with placing down a sandstone slab. After that sandstone slab, we want to place down a sandstone stair. So we're going to place down a sandstone stair like this, followed by a second sandstone stair behind it, and then a sandstone stair coming off it, so this turns into a corner stair. We have a regular sandstone stair, we're going to place down a second stair. We then want to place down a sandstone corner stair. Coming off that corner stair, we're going to place down another brick block, sandstone stair, and sandstone slab. And that's going to be going ahead and going across the back here like so. Once that's done, going ahead and starting on our right side, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sandstone slabs, come off the another brick block, a sandstone stair, and then 2 sandstone slabs like that to finish it off to the side there. Also on the left side here, we're going to go ahead and be placing down a birchwood fence post on this smooth sandstone block located back there. And then over here on the right side, we're going to be placing down a fence post on top of this sandstone stair here, and also on top of this smooth sandstone block located right there. And those will be for radio antennas and stuff like that on the turret itself. Anyways, with that out of the way, we have to go ahead and do some stuff to our rangefinders and the walkways up here on the sides. So for this, real simple, we're going to take our sandstone slabs, place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. We're going to go ahead and then do a row of 1, 2, 3, and then we want to go and do 4, and then a sandstone stair like this with the back facing toward the turret. And then we just want to do 2 rows of 5 of sandstone slabs like this along the sides here. So just like that, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Anyways, with that all wrapped up there, we're going to be going ahead and focus our attention now back to these rails here and all that fun stuff. So for the walkways up here on the sides, we're going to be going ahead and going up from this fence post here. We're going to be going ahead and placing down 1 fence post up, like so. We then want to place down a end rod that's going to go over from it, and then another birchwood fence post located right there. And we then can also take wooden signs and wrap them around this birchwood fence post here. And we can also place it down on the side here of this fence post as well. And then we're just going to take our iron bars, place down 2 iron bars here, and then 1 iron bar on top of these 2 on both sides here. Again, for the kind of railing there going up like so. Anyways, with that all out of the way, that is going to do it for layer number 21. With that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer 22. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer 22. Moving on to layer 22, we're going to go ahead and start by going to the top up here. And you may remember we built those polished andesite blocks here. It's the same kind of outline we did for the Flak 38s here on the bottom. We do have a Flak 38 mounted up on top of the turret here, so we're basically building the same thing. So to begin with, we're going to go ahead and go to this polished andesite block here, place down a smooth sandstone block on top of it, followed by 1 and 2 smooth sandstone blocks back, a birchwood fence gate opened up toward this block, and then we just want to go ahead and place down a wooden sign here on both sides of this fence gate. Now, what we're going to be doing from this point here is we're going to be obviously doing our different design here, as these guns are a little out to date compared to what we had previously. So basically we have this row done here. We're going to go ahead and then place down a another brick block like this to both sides of the middle smooth sandstone block, followed by a wooden sign on the side here. And we also want to place down a stone button coming off this block to the side like that. After that's done, we're going to place down a oak wood slab right here going back from it, and at a diagonal angle from this oak slab, we're going to place down a cobblestone wall. Coming off the cobblestone wall toward the oak wood slab, we're going to place down a wooden sign like that. And this is going to be basically the base here for our seats here on the sides. So this will be the same thing here on both sides of the gun. So you have something that looks like this. Once that's all done, we're going to be going ahead and then going to our end rods here. We're going to place down a birchwood stair on top of them. We then want to place down a birchwood fence post behind the stair. And then we're going to place down an end rod coming off this fence post. and then a second birchwood fence post right there. We also want to go ahead and grab our iron bars, and we're going to place down iron bars up here on this one, and then one forward right here, and one like this. And lastly, we're going to place down a wooden trapdoor on top of this upside down sandstone stair like that. And that right there will kind of cover the railings and stuff like that for the front here. Moving back to our antennas and stuff like that, we have going on back here. We're going to place down a stone butt on top of this narrow brick block here. And we then want to go ahead and just place down a second birchwood fence post on top of this one right here, and also on top of this one. However, on the one that's a little bit more back, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a iron bar on top of it. And once that's all complete, that will wrap up layer 22 for the build. With that, let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer number 23. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 23. For layer 23, going back up to the top here, we're going to go ahead and work on our AA gun. So for this, we're going to place down an anvil on top of this smooth sandstone block and a wooden sign coming off of it. Going back from it, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block, sandstone upside down stair, birchwood fence gate coming off of it, and sandstone top set back. We then want to place down a sandstone upside down stair on both sides of this smooth sandstone block, and we're going to place down an end rod, followed by a placeholder block, and then come off that placeholder block, we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull. Delete this block, and then place down a end rod like that, so you have your barrels here for the guns. Going back from this sandstone stair, to place down an anvil, followed by a wither skeleton skull like that, and then to the side here, coming off this sandstone upside down stair, to place down a narrow brick top slab, and then a wooden trapdoor on top of this cobblestone wall right here, and we're going to have a wooden sign coming off the wooden trapdoor like this to the side. Like that. After that's done for our rails here, we're going to go ahead and basically go up from this right here. We're going to place down an inner fence post that goes up like this, and also one fence post here, and then an end rod across in between them. We want to take wooden signs, and on all these fence posts that we haven't yet put signs around, we're just going to go ahead and put signs around them like this to go ahead and finish them off. So all the way around like so. Same thing over here. And just like that. And obviously you're going to be doing the same thing over there on the other side, and you'll have basically your railings done for the build. And you'll have basically the Flak 38 here almost complete, which we'll be completing in the next set of layers. And we have our wooden signs here, and that's pretty much good to go. We have our railings there on both sides all complete. Now with that out of the way, we're just going to go ahead and go back to our radio antennas. We're just going to place down another birchwood fence post on top of this one, and there's another iron bar on top of this one here, and across the back there like that. So pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Anyways, that right there is going to do it for layer number 23. With that, we're going to go ahead and move into our final set of layers. I'll get you guys a count once we kind of move into those layers. I count to make sure what we have going on. But yeah, I'll get you a final count on what those layers are, and let's go ahead and move into the final layers of our tutorial. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our last 5 layers, we have layers 24 through 30. For these layers, we're going to be going ahead and starting off work on our AA gun, getting this built and finished up. So for this, we're going to start off by placing down a sandstone stair on top of these 2 stairs here. Coming off of them, we're going to place down 2 end rods forward, and we also want to go ahead and place down a placeholder block, place down a wither skeleton skull at the end, delete these blocks, and then place down end rods in between them like that. After that's done, going ahead and going back from these stairs, we're going to place down a sandstone stair there in the middle, and to both sides of the sandstone stair, we're placing down an anvil on both sides, just like that. After that's all finished there, we want to go ahead and then place down a sandstone upside down stair going back from that, and we then want to go ahead and place down a skeleton skull here over here on the right side, and over to the left side, we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull coming off this anvil. Also to the sides here of these sandstone stairs, we're going to place down a narrow brick top slab here to both sides, just like that. On the back here, on top of this oak wood top slab, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a wooden trapdoor and have it opened up like that toward the back there. With that done, going ahead and going on top of the gun, on top of the anvil here, we're going to be placing down a sandstone stair like this, or actually I believe it's actually a slab, so my bad, we're going to place down a sandstone slab on top. We then want to go ahead and place down a sandstone top slab back, and on the inside here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a wither skeleton skull and place down one like that for the scope there. Also, up here in the front, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves a cobweb and also some item frames. And we're going to go ahead and go to this anvil here, place down a item frame, cobweb, item frame, cobweb on both sides there for detailing. And that right there will do it for the Flak 38, and now we'll go ahead and move into our antennas here on the back. So for this, we're going to place down a birchwood fence post on top of this right here, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 iron bars up for the radio antenna. Same thing back here for this one. 1 birchwood fence post, and 1 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 iron bars up like that for the radio antennas. After that's all complete, we're going to go ahead and then place down a total of 3 iron bars up right here. So go into this section here, actually, sorry, 2. So we have 1 and 2 more up like this. We're then going to place down a birchwood fence post, and we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some end rods and also a wooden trapdoor. We're going to place down end rods coming off all 4 sides of this birchwood fence post. And then on top of it, we're just going to place down a wooden trapdoor like that to go and finish it off. And once you have that all complete, that is going to wrap up my design for, or basically my redesign and 25,000 subscriber special for the P1000 Rat super tank. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. It's a massive build, that's for sure, and it looks absolutely amazing. So hopefully you all can enjoy it. And it's definitely a huge upgrade compared to my previous one in terms of detail and just accuracy and just everything really. So hopefully you guys do enjoy. As always, you know, if you guys do end up using this design, do it so you guys give me proper credit for it. This is anything from a sign of build to my channel or this video with the Desert Paint and social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for it, you're free to use it for whatever projects you guys are working on. Other than that, guys, thanks again for 25,000 subscribers. Huge milestone. I'm really thankful for it, guys. Obviously couldn't have gotten there without your guys' support, spreading the word about my channel, and you know, helping me grow and all that stuff. So big thank you guys, and hope you guys do enjoy this build, and it's very suiting for 25,000 subscribers. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Jerick2 and I'll see you guys next time.